Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another week of Well, matter of fact, let's do this a little different. Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground. We are glad to be back. Make sure you go to FortniteCards.com for any of your collecting needs. We have everything. We have the top 50 list, we have the checklist, we have the comic information, all those type of things in there we can use. You can use. We're glad that we have it. We update it consistently. My name is Rob. Go by R3Rips for Instagram. Dylan, what's up?
What's going on? Y'all know me, Dylan, chasing underscore HG on Fortnite. Rob covered everything else, but
Yeah.
we're here for all your Fortnite cards and collectibles. So
Yes, sir.
what's going on, man? How you been?
Man, man, I had a rough week, man. I got a little under the weather, probably like a day and a half after our live. I was down and out for most of the week, but I'm glad that I feel a lot better today. Glad to chop up some Fortnite. How about you?
I've been pretty good. Had a migraine today, but I'm not sick. We're like through
Yeah,
the sickness.
yeah,
We're ready
yeah,
for summer. Winter's been
yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
I don't want to miss any more Friday nights. I'm glad you're here.
Yo, for sure.
Glad you got better before the show.
Yeah, man.
I would have gone in here by myself.
Yeah.
I hate missing chatting with you guys. What's up, Derek? I mean, Derek. I said, what's up, Dick Parrott? What's up, AKA Bog? That's who we
did
gotta get
you?
on the show. We gotta get
Yes,
AKA
AK.
Bog on the
I
show.
mean, yeah, because I mean, we really haven't talked comics in a good amount of time. Maybe that'll spark it back having AKA Bog on here. Uh,
I mean, there's a lot of comic news out there that we can talk about.
yeah,
I think when we talk about like what's undervalued and what's overvalued, I think undervalued it would be the comics still.
as a whole, yeah.
And I think like just gradually picking up comics to store and save is like kind of
hmm
a really good approach.
Yeah,
I mean, everything's cheap right now, but like the comics are like super cheap.
yeah, yeah. I think the comics in general is one of those things that if you've always been a card collector, it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around, or kind of
Hmm.
adapt to that because when it comes to the way you collect and what and what's not is not an easy thing to just dive into. So we hope that we can help y'all, especially bringing somebody like AKA Bog, which is probably the most versatile Fortnite comic collector that we have in the community. So we would love to do that interview.
I mean, I feel like switching to comics is pretty easy for card collectors,
hmm
especially now. I mean, with the grading, everything's so similar now.
hmm
Um, so I don't think it's that big of a leap. I mean, we like to collect all sorts of things for Fortnite.
Yeah.
I mean, you like Fortnite merch, so it's
Well,
like
I mean on the aspect of first appearance, what makes this comic,
that is
that
different.
yeah,
Well, is
that's
it
ye-
rookie? Rookie's
ye-
kind of first
but
appearance.
then it's the cameo, the first appearance, then it's first cover appearance, and then it's those type of things, which I guess that doesn't make it hard, but it's definitely a learning curve.
What's up, Inky Bro? Inky Bro, what's up, Warfighter? Inky Bro says your
Yo,
Lux is about to
Inky,
levitate.
that's actually my fault. So I felt Lux was going a little too slow last week, so I had the bright idea of like just like touching it and letting it spin, and I was like spinning like ridiculous. So I guess I'll switch the speed up every week, just for the fun of it.
Yeah, Marvel. I haven't been too big into the Marvel cards, but
Yeah.
I do like them.
Yeah, and I thought I only liked the PMGs, but then I looked at them a little bit more. I like a good amount of Marvel cards for sure. So
It's just I don't have that connection to Marvel like I do
right,
Fortnite.
like when you get into your hand, you'll probably be over it in like 3 weeks,
Yeah,
probably.
I couldn't
Yeah,
spend like crazy amounts on it because
hmm
I just don't have that connection that I have with the game.
yeah,
And that's kind of like we talk about all the time. Is like, especially during COVID,
hmm
like I think Fortnite became so nostalgic because of COVID.
hmm
Like it had a great start, right? But
yeah,
COVID hit and like Midas came out during COVID,
yeah,
and like everyone was playing a game because everyone was home,
hundred
and it
percent
kind of just like that's cemented in people's
for
brains. I feel
sure.
like.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter. It's funny you brought that up. I seen somebody kind of reference that. They referenced
Hmm.
that like that season may not have even been one of the best seasons, but because of when it came out, it's cemented, bro. Like that Midas season, that chapter 2 season 2 is one of the best seasons just based off of when it dropped. And obviously we have one of the most iconic characters in there.
Oh, so Marvel has released a bunch of trading card variants, and he says trading card variant covers of comics.
I did
So
see
the
some of that.
covers, but in
Yeah.
different card size. Now, if they do the Fortnite ones,
Mhm.
no,
Yeah.
because that
Yeah.
would be crazy cool.
That would be amazing. I mean, and to be honest, if that's the only way that they kinda like we kinda get these unique spins and, these collaboration pieces, like, that I mean, Marvel with the what would be the first cover you think of off the top of your head when it comes to, like, that you would wanna see on a card?
For me, instantly, I want the one, but I'm biased.
Oh, you're the one that you have the,
I have the two sisters,
yeah,
so I want that on card.
yeah,
But I'm biased because I have the original print for it.
mhm,
Um, Probably the Foundations first cover
yeah,
with Donald Mustard,
yeah,
or the Renegade one. Any of the Donald Mustard ones, I would really want.
yeah, well, that's DC, but if DC did the same thing, I definitely would
That's
take
true.
that as
That's true. It
well,
is deep.
yeah,
But no, but there's some Donald Mustard ones for Marvel too.
mhm, yeah,
Like but like not as good. I guess the Renegade one was DC. That's the one I'd
yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah,
I guess Batman Foundation's DC too.
yeah, AKA said it too, any mustard variant, yeah, that'll
Yeah,
probably be
any Mustard
ideal
variant, but you're
because it's
right. I think DC had the better.
DC did, yeah.
DC had the better.
Not maybe not all the way around, but like
I
when
don't
you
think art wise. I think more Fortnite focused wise.
mhm,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I feel like DC kind of hit it out of the park with some of those, or at least Donald Mustard did.
yeah,
Donald Mustard's versions, I didn't have that many in the Marvel ones, but they weren't that Fortnite focused.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Inky bro, Fish Dick died a couple times.
Yo,
Or at least
Inky, you can see my
yeah,
focus from there. That's crazy. I have a couple up there. I think one is a 10 and one is a 9.
yeah.
I have 3 up there.
Warfighter,
9,
what's up?
9. Let me go check. I don't.
Yeah, while Dylan checking, Richard, yeah, we put the bracket up. Everybody, if y'all want to go vote on our on the draft, we'll talk about it more, obviously. But if y'all want to vote on the draft, go to the go to YouTube and then go to our community tab, and you can vote on each bracket. We're doing it like a we're doing a little March Madness style, so it should be fun.
There's a 9.
Hmm.
There's a 9. And then there's my 10.
Look at that, beautiful, beautiful.
So
Let's
those
see.
those are the ones I have up there. I think that's all of them I have graded. I have
Hmm.
a bunch more raw though. I don't have a
Yeah,
lot raw.
yeah,
I'm surprised I think only 110.
yeah,
Surprisingly. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Fishstick died.
yeah.
That's.
That's yeah.
I mean,
He's
I think that's a big thing. I think
mhm,
that's gonna be a big thing. I think Fishsticks is gonna surprise people.
yeah.
I think he's gonna be hugely collectible.
Hmm.
I know Peely got a whole bunch of hype, and I think Peely deserves it.
For sure,
He's
for
earned
sure.
his hype. I feel like Fishsticks is undervalued.
So, and I think that's exactly what it is. It's like that's a great way of putting it. Like Fish Stick deserves his hype. I think that I mean not Fish Stick, Pilly deserves his height, and I think Fish Stick just hasn't gotten what he should have yet. And I think it's because like I remember when we were talking about our top 50 listen, somebody said that they were just like, did he get any trailers or anything in the in Fortnite actually, like any of the cut scenes or anything like that? I'm like, no, because Fish Stick shines in the comic books, just the way Pilly
Mhm.
does. And so that separation is actually amazing because those are definitely two of the top
Well,
meme
he did
skins.
have that scene when he was first introduced.
Mhm,
Remember?
mhm, and,
I don't even know if that was when he first introduced, but during that season, our
that was,
favorite season
chapter 1,
8.
season 8. Yep, season 8.
Yeah, so like he was in that. They all came out of the water, and they had that treasure chest, and so that was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Um, no, so I mean, I like fish sticks. I don't wear them in the game, and like I'm not a fish sticks collector
I still don't have him.
in
I still
game.
don't yeah, I haven't
I'm
purchased
not
Fish Stick
going
yet.
to. I will never wear them. I don't
I
think.
would I gotta purchase him for content, but I if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have purchased them.
But since the comics,
Mhm,
I've grown to like fish sticks.
yeah.
He just keeps dying. It's just pretty funny. Um,
Yes, he was. He was in the
Barely,
he was in the
barely.
season before. Fish Stick was
Yeah.
season 7, Pilly was season 8. Fish Stick item shop, Pilly, battle pass, and, yeah.
Which I feel like part of the reason why Peely isn't worn as much
Mhm,
is probably because he is a battle pass skin.
mhm.
But then again, like I think he came back again as Agent Peely And you still don't
Well,
see that one that
well,
much.
your best example, matter of fact, the most perfect example you can have for when it comes to Pilly and his like, the popularity is the
Hmm.
frozen Pilly. I don't know if that's the exact name, but the frozen Pilly. The reason why is because one, he
He
was
was free,
free,
right? Yeah.
and he's the most worn variation of him. So if you want to kind of see what Pilly would do in that instance, that's kind of the best way to see how he would be worn in game and everything like that.
Yo, what's up, Dill? What's up, JT? What'd you miss? Not much yet. I do have the brackets if y'all want me to show
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Show the brackets.
All right,
So
so if
yeah.
you guys are just now tuning in, these are the brackets.
Mhm.
You're not voting on the card versus card. It's more of the collection versus the
Yeah,
collection. So if you go
go to
to,
the
I'm gonna upload the website, but
yeah
I need to upload the link. But in the community link
community
on our
tab. Yep.
YouTube, there's a community tab. You can vote on the collection. So if you haven't voted yet, go and do that. Um, it's getting pretty exciting. But we just picked everyone's first pick
Yeah,
just to show on
just
the graph, just
yep.
for like a quick overview. Thanks, Derek. I'm Derek. I keep calling you Derek like my brother. Thanks, Derek. I'm glad you like the design. We just threw this up together. Um, I mean, looking at this, what do you think?
Okay, so this one, like if I looked at it like
Hmm.
this is it like what we were talking about. This is unfair at its best. But let's just do it for fun. Obviously, Black Knight, unbiasedly, Pilly. Um, I'm gonna go Aura. Then I'm gonna go, as much as I love Drift, I have to go Ghoul Trooper. Uh After that, Pilly versus Black Knight, Black Knight, then Aura versus Ghoul Trooper. Oh shoot.
Ooh, you're gonna have to
Man.
look at the. I think that's when
That's
the
what,
whole
yeah,
rest
like
of the
it,
collection is gonna have
yeah,
to come
yeah,
into play.
because like
Even Black Knight versus Peely,
yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
like I feel like Black Knight versus the Visitor. You almost don't have to look at the rest of the
So
collection.
if you do you want me to send you the cards real quick? Or we no, go to, matter of fact, go to the actual community tab, but don't go to it in a different don't go through our actual,
Well, I can just show what we have without pictures on.
because you can go to the community tab so they can see how it looked, but just don't go through our actual one because it would show the
Oh, so
voting
you don't want to go
process.
to the website has them all listed up too.
Yeah,
I can go to the community tab.
yeah,
Um, no, I mean I think interesting. Like I don't even know what people are gonna pick, Gold Trooper
yeah.
um. I
I
don't
think
even know. I don't
is
know
so. I think
if it
I
gets
think
there.
I think that is interesting because like if you just went off of this right here, like if we, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. It is. Mm, my gut, my gut says Gold Trooper. My gut says Gold Trooper to go against Black Knight in the finals. If I went over off of everything,
Mhm.
but yeah, and then BK wins it all. But here's the
JP said
collection.
no one is challenging Black Knight, but no, but like
Yeah.
I think Peely is a good basis, right? Because you're talking about
Hmm.
collection. So if the Peely set is better than the Black Knight set, I think it could overtake it.
Yeah.
All
So
right, so we got
you want to
the
go
Ghoul
to the first
Trooper.
one first? Go to the first one. Go to 1 to 8 first. So unfortunately, Eduardo had a rough one here. But yeah, go ahead, Dylan.
All right, so we've got Black Knight, Red Knight, Lux. Dang,
Yeah.
we got some heat in here.
Yeah.
Dyer, Valkyrie, fuck, what's her name? Can't remember her name. What's her
Oh,
name?
power chord.
Power Chord. We got Guff. We got Renegade Raider from the prototype set.
Nick got away with murder with that
He
one.
got away with murder. I think we were supposed to say cracked dice only, but we let it
Yeah.
slide.
Yeah, like it was so much going on. We were trying to make sure it was going good. It just, that was one of the ones that got through with us.
It
But
was such a
yeah,
surprising pick, and
yeah,
it's like you
yeah,
can't. It's just. I mean, it's just as good as not better than a cracked
yeah,
dice card. So
yeah.
Triceratops, and then your favorite,
Dead fire.
Deadfire,
That was dope.
versus Visitor, Midas, Galaxy, Sparkle Specialist, 8 Ball, Ginger Gunner, Siren, Zadie, Agent Peely, and Raz.
We won't give any opinions on that. We'll let it ride. But definitely good collection there.
Yeah, it's a good collection. All right, and then we have oh, so we can see the votes and you guys can't. I see why you told me to come
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I know what's like taking the lead here.
yeah.
All right, so we've got well, I don't know if you guys can I like pick on. Oh, I don't want to vote though.
No, yeah, don't vote.
I don't know if this is clear enough. So we got Peely. And does this not say? Oh, okay, that's their names right there. So
Yep, yep.
Richards was Peely. Omega, that's pretty
That's
good. We got
solid. That's
Wild
solid.
Card, Skull
Yeah.
Ranger. Ooh, I don't know.
His is solid, bro.
His is very solid. The only two I don't like from. Are we saying that?
No, don't. I mean, I guess we can.
I won't comment on what I do and do like out of
Yeah, yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. We can't
I
say
won't.
it's solid though. Very
Yeah,
solid.
that was pretty solid. We got Fish Sticks. We got some good ones in here
Oh,
too.
Daniel, we're definitely gonna talk about that. But
Yeah, well,
yeah, that's
here goes Westrom. I'm so partial to this one. This has like
yeah,
so many PC cards in it for me.
yeah.
I like Westrom. I like what you did here.
Westdrum did really, and I like how Westdrum was able to. His is like a good mix. I won't go too deep into it, but his is a good mix. He did really good.
And Shard Knock, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I like Showers too.
I have to say though, like based on like the current market,
Hmm.
I feel like Shard Knox is gonna get a lot of votes.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I feel like his is gonna get a lot of votes.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's fine. I mean, you got Cuddle Team Leader, you got Skull Trooper, you
JT
got
said.
both the Knights.
JT said Richard automatically loses for picking Moisty.
I wasn't gonna say that, JT. I'm not allowed to comment on
That
which ones I like and don't
that's
like.
funny. Richard,
Speaking
they ain't
of
gonna let you live on that.
JT, My Escape World has some fire here too, and he picked
Yeah,
two reloaded
two
cards.
reloaded,
I
double
like it,
down.
and I
Yeah.
like both the reloaded cards.
Hmm.
Um, he didn't pick the Renegade Raider though,
Yeah.
but that's okay. Maybe because the other one had a Renegade Raider,
Hmm.
or he just doesn't like that Renegade Raider. I like all these cards.
From his comment from picking the reloaded, it seems like he not hip to the he don't like the Renegade Raider too
That's what
much.
it
I'm
sounded
interested.
like.
Yeah, yeah. I'm interested to see what he say about that.
So it's JT versus Modern here.
Yeah.
JT says he's losing. You mean the first round or the whole thing, JT? Because let me see what you got here. You got to go up against Gold Trooper.
Well, you know, if they out the first round, they're out. They're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
can he
think
pull it?
we can't
I
say
we
anything. We can't say anything,
I
but
can't
yeah,
say anything. It's gonna be
yeah,
interesting.
it's gonna be interesting. I'm not too out of anybody winning this. Put it that way. But onto this though, I will say I don't know how many Dylan got over the past week. A lot of people from us doing this and Richard putting this together, a lot of people have interest in this. They want to be a part of the next one. Uh, Me, Richard, and Dylan is definitely going to talk about how to kind of do the next one. We have some ideas of the formats because we're going to change the formats. That's what's going to make it interesting. We're gonna make sure it's a part of it's going to be more of it's like a separate entity, outside of the live. It'll be set up the same exact way though. But a lot of interest sparked from this because a lot of people was like, okay, now I got to be a part of this. So they got to see how it really is set up and how it is. Uh, and next time we'll have a good amount of promotion. Dylan will put his graphic magic together and make it look extremely nice. And we're going to do it right. Gonna do it right.
Yeah. So so I've been working on a community page on the website.
Hmm.
We're also creating a new Facebook group for the
Yep.
community. Now, this
Hmm.
won't be buy and sell. I want to
Yeah.
encourage everyone to keep using the Facebook group
Yes.
that's already there to buy and sell cards.
Hmm.
We don't want to take away from that.
That's where we will
But
buy and sell our cards.
yeah,
That's the
but we
place.
want to
Yeah.
create a Facebook group for our community so we can do more events like this and just keep in touch and like give more places to vote and things like that.
Hmm.
And we're also going to host the next draft and we're going to have it on the website. I've already been
Yeah.
working on this one, but I don't know if it's going to go live or not. I
Yeah.
really like the community tab that YouTube has.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll integrate that in with the website.
Hmm.
As far as all the people who want to be in the next draft, Warfighter and Keeper, we're going to figure that out. Like we said, we
Yeah.
have other categories we want to do.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even do like once we have the Facebook group go live, maybe we can do voting on what kind of categories y'all want to see.
Yeah.
Some of the ideas I had was like undervalued and overvalued. So we
Hmm.
could do like a couple cards in each category and have those go head to head.
Yeah.
That might be kind of cool just to see some other cards that might pique people's interest.
Yeah.
So I think
That,
it'll be fun. I think we can keep doing this if we change the categories. We don't want to do like the top Fortnite cards because that'll get kind of boring after a while, I feel like.
yeah.
Unless new cards come out, you know.
Yeah, it'd be like a rotation thing. Like for
Hmm.
instance, Dylan thought of a format. I know Richard has some, and even Modern Card One, he brought a format to the table. So we'll have enough for, like Dylan is saying, where it doesn't get redundant or boring. It's gonna rotate through. Like for instance, by the time we rotate through a good amount of them, we'll end up back at one that's like this, and we can maybe find a way to make it like a end of the year. We have a lot to think about. We'll talk with at Richard into this conversation deeply as well. I will say anybody that wants to be in it, definitely message Richard, and then he would give it to us, and we'll kind of break it down that way and make sure everything flows the right way. So yeah, we're excited about this for sure.
Yeah, it turned out really interesting, and I'm going to post a full list of the on the website. So once I
Hmm.
get the community page done, so we don't lose this because
Yeah,
like we got like a new top 80, right?
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
community pick top 80 kind of thing.
yeah.
So I think it's kind of cool information. So that will be on the website as well.
Can
Um,
can I bring something up while you do it? Can I bring something up though? It's
mhm.
very interesting though that a lot of the cars that was picked was in the top 50. Like it even once you got to that around the 60 to 80 mark, it was fun to see that, because I think what this really did, me and Dylan talked about this, it forced the community to think outside the box,
Mhm.
and obviously the people that were on there, this is top tier of the community in our opinion. Like the Fortnite community, card collecting community is great in general, but the people that was on there, we hold to a high standard. We appreciate all of them and their opinions, and I think that all of their opinions was unique. Like you think about the Knicks and the Shards, those are and JTs, those are like the intricate thinkers. They think about all the nuances, and then you have the ones that's on the gaming side, like West Drum, and then you have some that fits all of those modes, like Richard. It was a great well-rounded set for the first time.
Yeah, I mean it was great. And so like what Rob's talking about is like some of the placements was like I think it was like Links and Elite Agent, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, in the Fortnite draft, I think they were, like, 13, 14, or something
Mhm.
like that, and
Yeah.
on our top 50, it was, like, 14, 15 instead of 13,
Yeah,
14. But they
yeah.
were neck and neck on that too. So,
Mhm.
I don't know if they took it as inspiration or it just turned out that way,
Yeah,
but it was kinda cool to see.
yeah. It was definitely fun to see that.
Definitely
Uh,
gonna have to we're definitely gonna have to post that
yeah,
on the website soon.
yeah.
So stay tuned once the Facebook group is live. I know we'll invite some of you guys that we already
Mhm.
know, but we'll post a link in here probably in the next couple shows maybe.
Yeah.
We still got to work on it,
Mhm.
and work on the branding and stuff like that. So be excited for that.
For sure.
Now to get back to what
Yeah.
we talk about here is about the FNCS
Oh man,
that
this
Daniel
is
brought up.
yeah.
I can let you take that away.
Yeah,
You go
yeah.
first.
Can you pull it up while I start the conversation, because
Yeah.
that's important. So what is no longer this is the global championship now. Now I think a couple people were kind of confused of uh is the World Cup still going to happen? This is the new World Cup. This is the new major event. So the breakdown, obviously when Dylan pulls it up, is gonna we'll be able to talk about it more specifically. But I don't know if y'all remember, while we were talking about this before, I was saying I think they're cooking up to do something major. Don't know exactly what it's gonna be, but the fact that the prize pool was so low for the um for the FNCS Invitational, I was like, something has to be happening, and yeah, it's big. So across the board, through three majors, and then it's obviously the last major, 2 million each one, and then 4 million for the last one. They'll see that in this clip right here. This is big, man. This is big.
Yeah, so for the year, it's 10 million total, and the
Hmm.
last competition is going to be the in-person competition, and it's all the way in Denmark. So as
Yeah,
you know, we all went to Highground went to the last FNCS that was in person, and it was in North
yeah,
Carolina near the headquarters.
yeah,
So we're like 100%, we're going to all of them, right? Highground will be there, and then they threw a curveball and said it's gonna be in Denmark. So I was like,
yeah.
yeah, I was texting
I
Rob, I
was
was
like,
like, man, I guess we ain't going. And then Rob and them are like, who's not going?
yeah, 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 yeah. Like
So we got to figure it out. I don't
it's
know.
definitely a thought. Like we gotta. It's not something that we just be like we got to think this through. This is not a simple one at all. This is this is a major one. Definitely want to be there. High ground definitely has to think through that one though. That's that's not a short feat at all.
I really want to go. Yeah, I'll need a way more than a few hours to fund that. I don't know. You guys know I've got 5 kids, and then my wife wants to travel,
Hmm.
and so if I go to
Yeah,
Denmark,
no, is it
the
that's
whole
funny because
family's coming. It's
we're in
like
the same we're kind of in the same bracket with that. Like, is that is like that's very close to a place that my wife wants to go. So it's gonna be
Bill's
interesting.
like, figure out what card you have the most of and just pump it. Is that what you're saying?
just let it fly.
We don't
Nah,
do that on this show, just so you guys know.
by the way, no, my Lux is in the air. It is gravitating. By the way, if you want to get this, this is airtime. We'll send a link. We do have a code for 10% off. It's high ground. So yes, that is it is levitating. It is a very dope piece and it is going extremely fast. That's my fault. But yeah, it is levitating.
Dang, that sucks, Daniel, because it was nice. We met you there, right, at the last one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it would have been nice to meet you again. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean,
No, yeah, we haven't even talked about this yet.
no.
We want like we know for high ground the company this will be amazing. Uh it's definitely a thought that's going through our head. I do not want to miss this. So we're definitely going to have to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited, but at the same time disappointed.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, it's good though, like because everyone seemed hyped about it.
Yeah.
I mean, so this comes into the cards too. Like that's just showing how much of like a like international
Mhm.
hobby this is going to be in the
Mhm.
future.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like Pokemon, right?
Mhm.
Like I think it's going to transcend borders. Because there's so many good players in Europe, so many good players in Brazil,
Mhm.
and so like in terms of collectors and where that's going to go in like 10 to 20 years,
Yeah.
what do you feel about Italy
I
Brazil cards?
so I like them a lot. I think that the potential comes in with so I guess this ties into a whole nother conversation, but I'll save that one for later. Specifically what you asked. I think there's a lot of potential there, especially with the Brazil cards. I can't even say specifically with that. With the Italy and the Brazil, it's
Hmm.
that community is strong. That doesn't mean it's going to translate to the cards, but I think if we're talking about opportunity and like you said, that 10 to 20 year mark, I think the potential is definitely there.
I think as long as they keep making cards
Mm-hmm.
in those countries,
Mm-hmm.
what would be cool is like you know how Reloaded was like Italy only
Mm-hmm.
or like European only.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it'd be nice if they just did different sets.
Yeah.
If they did a whole alternate set in
Yeah.
Europe, I'd be buying both.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That
Um,
and and on top of that, like I think that is interesting. Now, do you think like obviously, I mean, this couldn't have been just planned, right? Obviously, they planned
yeah, it
this
has been
globe,
in the works.
but with Europe, it kind of worked out for them pretty well with an international team winning. You know what I mean?
That's
Winning the
true.
FNC Invitational, even if it's not at that specific place, them winning was kind of major. And not to jump topics, I told Dylan this. It's on topic at the same time. Those orgs that just dropped out, I know they're sick to their stomach, and it was a blessing in disguise for Booga because the reason why is because now there's no split there. He doesn't have to split between. I don't know what the contract was with the is it Sentinels? I don't know what the
Yeah,
exact. Yeah,
I think
I don't
it's
know what the
Sentinels.
yeah I don't know what the contract was. But now Booga can really sit at the table. I don't know if his dad is his manager. I don't know who his manager is exactly, but they have a lot more going for them now that they're, solo dolo going into one of the biggest moments of Fortnite in history.
I mean, and $10 million. I mean, I guess for that competition is 4 million.
Yeah.
I think first place gets like 800,000.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
So I don't know. It looks like I mean, if they're giving away 800,000 to first place, do you think it's gonna be bigger than what we went to?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
like
think
it might be worth going. Like y'all saying, is it worth going? For me, it would be worth
it was
going
it's
because
worth yeah.
I
Yeah.
had fun. I mean, I don't mind
Yeah.
traveling, even if it's in Europe. If I had the money to do it, um, I don't know that I'm gonna have the money to do that. I mean, we have
Yeah.
time to plan it.
We have time to plan it. That's where the key is. I think it's funny. Dylan brought it up at the beginning of this conversation. We was talking cash, man. We like, yo, listen, we got the t-shirts ready. We gonna have this Denmark. All right, yo, bro. I'll talk to you a little bit later. We'll get back to this. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
the conversation changed real quick. But all in all, we would love to go. Famous, are you thinking of going, man? I mean, you're a hot commodity now, bro. You can't just go to the North Carolina one now. They expecting
Oh,
you.
because yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, they should like pay you guys to go. To be honest,
Y'all held it down. Y'all really
like this, is
did.
what
Like,
famous them should do. Y'all, what y'all should do is just like make an LLC and be
yeah.
like, we attend events. We'll make all the costumes and stuff and attend it and be that pump up
Mhm.
for your company. Epic Games should pay you to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he said he's going for sure. Yeah, he's got to be on the payroll. I'm telling you.
Yeah. JT said make a GoFundMe.
Yeah, I've never been good at making GoFundmes. They leave a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather raise the money some other way. I feel like.
So I think that's a question up here was this ticket is not signed. This is the first ticket that I purchased. This one is though. Obviously this is it's actually clear over here. I guess I got to keep it here. It's focused on me, but this one is signed. I just got this one signed by Booga uh at the FNCS Invitational. The tickets are interesting, man. I love them.
We didn't get any commemorative tickets for
We didn't
this
get,
one.
bro. I think I'm now, Dylan. I ain't gonna lie to you. If this merch is not through the like this, they better knock this merch out the park. Like
Heck
they
yeah.
they, they better like I'm talking about from top to bottom. Like
Do we know what stadium it's going to be at yet?
no, no, have no idea.
Oh, JT wants to know what happened to my ticket that's in the PSA. The same thing that happened to my cards I sent 9 years ago is
Oh
that it
man,
is.
the rotation about to happen again.
So my membership with PSA is about to end. And it's like, do
Yeah.
I extend it? I was telling my wife I got to send some cards in the PSA before it ends. And she's like, we ain't signing back up. And like my ticket's been there, I don't know, 4 or 5 months now. And it's still in receiving. Like they've
Yeah,
received it. That's like
yeah,
all. It's like in step one.
yeah.
And so I'm just been waiting patiently for my ticket.
Hmm.
That's the only item in that order. I just
That's
sent the ticket. So I don't. How hard could it be? How many people are sending in tickets? I don't know.
yo, JT. They thank
Now,
you for resparking
wait.
it.
Dill said tickets take years at PSA. Is this an exaggeration,
Look at his
or
face.
is this like a factual? Like it takes 2 years, Dylan,
Well, I
or is
mean, it's said that it
it
takes
takes
around
years? Like
two.
it's gonna be a while.
No, it
Like is
says
that
that
an
it's take around
expression?
1.5. About a year and a half
Are
usually.
you kidding me?
No, that's what they usually say. No, I'm just playing. I have no idea.
Whew. There's one grader there.
There's one. I never know if he's playing or not, bro. Dill,
I have no
Dill
idea what's
is
going
troll.
on.
I never know.
I'm literally about to drive down there and grade it myself.
Oh, dang, he said legit. Well, that'll suck. Daniel, I know his face was like stone, bro.
Do you guys know how long I've been waiting to get this ticket back? Like I want to get this ticket back so I can get it freaking like up on my shelf.
Well, okay, I'll throw this out here. So our mutual friend Randy, which is Black Ash, did tell him the move was degraded in person. Dylan did send it in, but the move was degraded in person. So does Dylan deserve this? I don't know.
No, what am I supposed to wait till the national, go there, and then give it to him, and
It's gonna
then
be around. You might get the national one back
I,
first.
that's true. But I don't have any more tickets, so
Yeah,
um.
you
All right.
know.
Well, and speaking of trying to get stuff up on my shelf, I have something else I found this week. So I was looking for Fortnite news.
Hmm.
I don't know if anybody has seen this, but like
Okay.
I have a certain way I look up articles, and I was looking up stuff, and I found an article from a brand, and apparently this came out during Black Friday.
Yeah,
And I went ahead and bought. I don't think these are collectible necessarily. Like then I don't think they're limited run.
yeah. It's only collect. Not only it's mainly collectible if you collect skateboard decks. I guess that would be the case.
Yeah, but
Not
I
only, but
bought one.
yeah,
I bought one of these for my wall just to
yeah.
hang on my. I don't skateboard, so I
Hmm.
bought one for my wall. I
Hmm.
bet you guys can't guess which one though. I bet you can't.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But what I thought was cool about this is that Aura got some marketing in her.
Hmm.
So like she's up there with the fish sticks and the peely, so I'm not mad about it.
Well,
She's getting recognized as the first like sweat marketing skin. Um, these are very cheap. I don't know
mhm,
how expensive skateboards are. I
mhm.
bought Aura for $34.
Yeah.
and you can find it on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get all of them. I think there was 13 auras left, and they said more was coming. So I
Mm-hmm.
went ahead and bought one from our wall.
Yeah.
Again, not investment advice, guys. This is just something I thought was cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it on my wall. I don't think they're collectible. Um, I just bought one, and on the other side of it, it's just black and it says Fortnite.
Yeah.
So if you got two, you could show one and one,
One and one on one side.
which I
Yeah.
thought about doing, but I just got the aura one.
There that I do think that this is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Oro on here, I mean, once again, we've said before that Fortnite pays attention to what's popular. They would be crazy not to. Like they're a business. Um,
Hmm.
and if you have the most used skin, which doesn't matter, but if you have the most used skin, usually Fortnite will start to recognize that. We've seen it in, that's kind of what happens when people get other styles, when skins get other styles. So this is very interesting. They came out great. The Brat, Pilly, what is his name? His name is slipping my mind.
Ripley.
Ripley and Fish Stick. That's a great lineup when it comes to marketing wise. Uh
What's really interesting is that Fortnite. So these are like legit license from Fortnite,
mhm,
and they let them take some creative license with them, and I haven't
mhm,
seen that yet.
mhm.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
have in any of
No,
the. I haven't seen that yet
not
with
that
the
I know of.
characters.
Yeah.
So that's cool. JT says that they've released skateboards in Japan different than these. JT, do you know what skins they used? Because that'd
Yeah.
be kind of interesting. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, Richard, skateboard wise, talking about the 34. I think these would be equivalent to what would be at like a Walmart or Target, like with the skateboards that's there. That's the way. That's kind of how I see these ones being. So I'm pretty sure
So
they're not the highest of quality. So yeah,
yeah, I mean they had 5-star reviews, whatever that means, on
yeah,
Amazon.
yeah.
Um, But I guess when I was reading the article, they were being released in Walmart, Target, and Amazon. So you're
Hmm.
pretty close to accurate on that one.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're still in Walmart and Target. I found these on Amazon.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. This
so
is
it's just I wanted to share.
this was can you actually share the other one, the black collaboration?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, yeah, might as
One
well
second.
stick on the marketing side for a second. While Dylan's doing that, uh, he's Richard said Rob has me working sweatshop hours. Listen, the thing is, we have major goals for high ground, taking high ground. We are building this slowly but surely. We would love to build a team, so just keep that in mind.
Let me pull these up. So there's a new collaboration that has not come out yet. Let me see if I can pull this up here.
Daniel said, I don't know if you guys remember the guy from Germany that we met at the FNCS. He's so mad that he's here in the USA
Oh,
until
that sucks.
August. Dang, that sucks because now he can't go to Denmark. Dang.
So this is the collab that he's talking
Yeah.
about. It's Black Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming out soon. I'm gonna be grabbing this. I think it looks tight. It's
Yeah.
like Fortnite in silver and then a black hoodie. I'd say I'm gonna grab it, but like I don't know this brand. You probably do,
Mm-hmm.
knowing
Yeah.
you. Is
Yeah.
like what do you think price range we're looking at here?
So the hoodie is gonna be around that specific hoodie, probably would be between, depending on how they treat the Fortnite pricing, it'll be between 120 and 160 around that. That one specifically they might put at the top. That might be like a $200 one, but I don't think it'll be more than 200. Um, but it's not an NFT company. They have NFTs. I think that's a lot of confusion. They had that. People were saying that Cause was an NFT company. I thought that was absolutely insane. I said Cause has an NFT. It's not an NFT company. They have NFTs. Black has been around for a very long time. If y'all don't know, this is my background. This is where I come from. I come from menswear and the sneaker community. So this is a major one because Black started off as like a monochromatic. They just did things like they did like coffee mugs, they did anything black, like so they did mouse keyboards and all of that type of stuff. And they really built their company out over the past 5 years, I'll say. They're in Paris Fashion Week and everything like that. So I think this is great for Fortnite and Black. The reason why is because Black is still mid-tier luxury, the best way I can explain it. mid-tier luxury where they get their respect, but they still are not the top tier streetwear luxury. But this is definitely a great collaboration. I think they do great with their quality. Um, yes, JT, Balenciaga Fortnite merch is worthless now. I will not wear that. I have a Balenciaga tee, and that's just gonna stay where it's at. I don't know what I will ever do with that, but yeah, I'm not wearing that no more. But yeah, but all in all, that's happened to me a couple times. It's a part of, see, the thing about it is like being a merch collector, especially like this, especially like when you think of like vintage. So like when you think of like vintage being 15 to 20 years, if you look at what's popular now, you see some of them vintage tees and stuff, you'd be like, dang, that would have been dope. But this happened. That happened to with two of my collections. I pretty much had the whole Travis Scott collection for Fortnite. I built that over like 3 month span. Then the Travis Scott thing happened, and now the Balenciaga. But it comes with the territory. This is when you collect in future vintage, it gets interesting down the road. But yeah, man, I think this black collection is gonna be amazing. Cuddle Team Leader and Pilly are the features for the characters that's used. Those are the two characters that they mentioned. They called them iconic, but what do we know?
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so those are the two characters they're going to use. We kind of always know Pilly's going to be a part of it, but seeing Cuddle Team Leader a part of it as well is kind of what we were getting at.
So this was another one that's already dropped. This is another merch, and
Mhm.
like I agree. I think it's crazy how these designer brands are doing this, but it makes sense, and
Yeah.
that's kind of showing where this is going. It's going to an older market, which is
Yes.
great for us collectors.
Hmm.
Like it's getting out there. So we've got comics, which is for an older generation now. We're getting fashion designs, which is older generations, and so like it's really moving towards what we want it to.
Hmm.
It's not just going to be for kids.
Yeah.
Um, this is one of the ones I like. I actually wear this as a back bling in
Same.
game.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite back blings.
Hmm.
And then like I know this is a little blurry, but I wear the dinosaur with the crown
Hmm.
and I get in the crown tee. So
Yeah.
this was the first merch that I bought
Let's go, Dylan on the train. I love it.
because I mean I really like the crown,
So-
so like
and
I grabbed that.
And I'm not gonna lie, like the whole IP of Basquiat is not easy to get into. I mean, he's one of the most renowned artists um that has passed, top tier when it comes to culturally. So the fact that they got some Basquiat merch is amazing. Like Dylan said, I wear this back bling consistently with more like with multiple skins, specifically Lux. But the crown works amazing with so many different skins that it's one of my favorites. So I love that they did that merch. Dylan, if you can go back to the black one real quick. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I can.
yeah, they use NFTs on some of their releases. Yeah. That's kind of what they done. But can you go to the right, like scroll down a little bit? I think I'm trying to see which one had the proper one of them had the right. Yeah, I think it's this one. If you take that ad away.
Well, this is just a screenshot, so I don't have the
Oh, yeah,
full
okay.
thing.
Well, either way, I just want them to see how to write up because it goes with Dylan, what Dylan was saying. These companies are taking the opportunity for the more mature audience of Fortnite.
Hmm.
Um, I think Fortnite has always realized that they have the data, you know what I mean? But for the rest of the world, like Dill said, these designer brands wanting to collaborate with Fortnite, like you think about Black, like the whole thing with them is like all this monochromatic thing. A lot of Fortnite is recognized to be colorful, but they're gonna put their own spin on this and kind of make these pieces that's more timeless and more easy to wear. That's kind of what I always look for, is something that's easy to wear, simple to wear, the color schemes. And I like that they hit it out the park.
So and going on to that that direction, I want to share this.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can't hear the volume here, but this is created by a company that makes maps for all
Hmm.
these brands.
Yeah.
And so they put a voice over this character talking. Like this is the future of Fortnite for like the metaverse.
Hmm.
So Atlas Creative made this, and they're just talking about all the brands that are like creating their own islands
Yeah.
and all the branding that's going on in the metaverse, which is Fortnite.
Yeah.
And like this kind of blew me away. And
Hmm.
this is what the future is going to be. So like Fortnite, even when the game dies, this isn't going to die. All right,
Yeah.
they're going to just
Yeah.
gonna keep changing. So Creative 2.0 is supposed to come in, I think, at the end of this month.
Hmm.
The things are starting to get really, really interesting for Fortnite.
Yeah.
Um, like I foresee any kind of game eventually, like
Mhm,
basketball, football, soccer,
mhm.
doing anything in here. So like I don't know, when I saw this, I was like 100% on the hype train.
Yeah, like this is like that when you sent me that, I was like, all right, this is crazy because I don't know if you have that screenshot still of Finest showing his how many people played the on the map, the 2v2
Oh,
map.
that's right. I couldn't
Yeah,
find the
yeah.
screenshot.
So if you find that one, whenever you find that one, either way, Dylan sent me a screenshot of Finest, which is one of the best maps in Fortnite, especially when it comes to uh competitive Fortnite, you know, like competing. He has a 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 map. And he had what was it? Was it 2 billion? Was it
It's 1 billion.
1
It
billion?
hit 1 billion plays.
1 billion plays on just, but the crazy thing was that
That
was
was just
just
a
on the
two v
2v2.
two.
Yeah, just the 2v2 map. So showing the potential of one map creator, just one map creator. Obviously, he's under Atlas, but one map creator and how many plays he has gotten over this course of time is pretty insane. I can't imagine what it happens when people put marketing behind it and use what is the actual term for Creative 2.0? I forgot what is it? Unreal Editor? I
You
can't.
know, it has a whole nother name.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
I can't either.
And I heard
I
that they were create correcting people that was saying it wrong. So I don't want to say it wrong, but
I can't remember. It's some weird name, but it is Creative
yeah,
2.0.
Creative 2.0. Creative 2.0 is going to be major for Fortnite.
All right, and so a little bit more news. Um, I saw this. Donald Mustard has just retweeted a video of the actor. I'm not even gonna try. His acceptance speech at the Golden Globes, and
Hmm.
we always follow Donald Mustard to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
But this is the people that made Everything and Everywhere all at once,
Hmm.
which is interesting because that's really kind of like the rifting. You know, the
Yeah.
whole like different thing for like Fortnite is all the different universes and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so it's interesting that he liked it or he retweeted it.
Hmm.
Um, not saying anything, but maybe there's an involvement in some kind of Fortnite movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, if that's the case, that makes me think that it might be live action.
Hmm. And we've had this conversation so many times. I went back and forth of what I expect from the first one because I think that we're gonna get both. I really do.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna get both. Um, I also think at some point we're gonna get anime. I don't know. That's that seems like
Ooh,
they gonna have to
that
hit that one out the park though, because that anime community, you can't mess up with that one. And I think Fortnite can hit it out the park, but I do think we'll see that one as well. I think we're gonna see all of those, but live action, I can see kind of where it's going with the Brie Larson, obviously the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Um, yeah, I can see that they might be gearing up for that.
and the last thing that I wanted to
Yeah, JT, I would not be opposed to some Fortnite collab with some sneakers. I'll take that. Even if they keep it simple with some Air Force Ones, I'll take that.
so I noticed on Twitter that some of the comic book artists and just artists in general are the
Mm-hmm.
ones that have been making these loading
Yeah.
screens. So it got me to thinking as like a Fortnite collector,
Mm-hmm.
like as someone who's bought
Mm-hmm.
sketches and covers from artists,
Yeah.
that maybe I should be looking at the sketches of the loading screens.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just an idea I want to throw out there. I haven't bought any. I haven't like gone down that alley, but I've been thinking about reaching out to the designers that have made some of those loading screens
Yeah.
and try to reach out. Just an idea, just throwing that
Yeah.
out there.
So
I don't want to keep all the great ideas to myself, but that's
yeah.
something I might do. So like this one has one of the most popular battle pass skins as
Mm-hmm.
of late.
Mm-hmm.
This I don't know if she's still being rocked like she was, but she was being rocked a lot.
Good
So
point.
when I saw this, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So to get the original art would be pretty cool. Then again, I don't know what that means like money wise in the future.
Yeah.
But like Rocket Ride or something like that, it's like
Yeah.
it'd be really
That
cool to have.
I did reach out to one of my favorites, David Nakayama, and his thing was he did it all digitally. So that it
Did he
was
do a loading screen?
yeah, he did a loading screen. He did the one you sent me. He did the
Okay.
one for this season. And I was just interested. I reached out and it was all digital. So he is like, it's no
I
hard
know I
copy.
found
So
one that did do sketches.
yeah, it's
I didn't
it's
reach
probably a
out.
good amount of them that do, honestly.
A lot of people do digital, and I'm
Mhm,
sure a lot of the like loading screen ones are digital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I figured he kind of that one was gone. I already knew that designer. But I probably wouldn't be able to afford him. That guy's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, he's well known. I know that artist, and
Yeah.
I've been following him for a while before
Yeah.
Fortnite. So, yeah, I figured it's just an idea for me. I haven't tried to do this,
Yeah.
but it was a cool idea. There's like hundreds of loading screens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing there's hundreds.
Yeah,
I know
it
there's
got
a
to be.
lot.
Yeah, it got to be at least 100 now, over 100.
Yeah, JT says there's about a dozen that are for sale at the moment.
Yeah.
So it was just a cool idea. Just if anybody was
Yeah.
interested in going down that route, I kind of wanted to
Yeah,
share
and
that.
it's some great artists, man. It's definitely some great artists out there. Uh, yeah, yeah. So it'll be interesting.
I mean, the other thing is last podcast, someone was asking if I'm talking about the pins.
Mhm.
So I just want to come out and like tell people I am trying to collect the Fortnite pins
Mhm.
for each season. If you guys know about those,
Yeah.
um, I don't have very many. They're super expensive. I don't know if I want to spend that much money.
Yeah.
But like this is what I'm trying to do.
That's dope. I like that.
So I'm gonna try to collect those. I didn't want to talk too much about it because they're already so expensive and it's kind of hard to find.
Mhm.
But I might as well just tell you guys. I only have 4 right now. But I'm gonna try to collect those, and that's not for like a monetary thing for like raising. I just really want to complete that collection.
Yeah.
Um, but they're already pretty expensive. I don't know how expensive a pen can get. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it can. I'm sure video game art can appreciate in value. Um, but like I just want to say it's not investment. It's just something I thought would be cool personally as
Yeah.
a collector.
Yeah.
So that's all I was saying.
Yeah.
I,
Now
I
that
think I think that's all the news I had, unless I'm forgetting any other ones.
yeah, I mean it was good because it was a lot of there's a lot of unique news out there. I know it was a lot of great sales. I forgot to screenshot a couple of them, but yeah, it's a very interesting time in the Fortnite card market. How do y'all feel about it right now? Have y'all been snagging anything? What's been looking? Has y'all collection been looking like?
I know I saw Kari. He went
Yeah,
live.
yeah, I seen that.
He got a whole bunch back, and he was selling them at really good prices.
Hmm.
So like he had like a whole plan for everything. He was selling everything pretty affordable.
Yeah,
Wasn't trying to like make a huge profit off anything. I don't know if anybody else has any other questions or anything they're chasing.
because that. So I thought that it was. You know what? I thought that it was interesting that not interesting. They finally said that they're through the backlog. Like they finally said they announced that they're done with the backlog and all those things. They finally said it out their mouths. The price change did seem high to some people. I mean, I'm cool with it. I think as for people that's doing like the set collecting or the set registry and stuff like that, it may be a little too high for the bulk
Which
orders.
which, which price are we talking about? Like the membership?
So if you put that up real quick.
So this is the $19
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, so the value bulk is that could, I think if you are doing a set registry or doing like, bulk submissions, that possibly could be too high for sure. Um but at the same time, I guess it's like management just so it doesn't get out of control again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh they did do, I don't know if y'all noticed, they did add a value plus. So it's an in between. So if you send in that value, you can do value plus, which I guess business wise, it might be a creative way to just, hike up a price, but you can do value plus to get in front of value and still be under regular. Obviously, that's why it's in between them. So estimated turnaround is 20 days compared to 65 with that price jump. But they did specifically say that, the value plus is good for like if you have like a couple cards you want to send in, but not enough to send in like a heavy order, that value plus might be better than value. So that was interesting as well.
Man, I'm on the fence, man. I'm on the fence. I
Yeah.
will say I saw a linked BGS in the Facebook group
Hmm.
from who is selling that?
It's only two. It was either Christopher or Phil.
Yeah, I think it was Phil. Phil
Yeah,
was on a BGS, and I was about, man, that Lynx cacti looks so nice in that
I
BGS
love
slab.
BGS slabs, bro. Love them.
I don't have a Fortnite in a BGS slab, and
Yeah,
that made me want to get one.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. PSA be driving me nuts. They
I
sell for the most.
yeah. I think I
I
mean I don't know. Maybe I just have no like it's like if I'm going to send it in, is I have no I don't know, I have no problem with that. I really enjoy like my favorite thing to do. First of all, my favorite thing to do, I love the barcode on the back. The barcode on the back is my favorite thing. Being it's easy to look up. When it comes to the set, I love looking at people's set registry. I think the fun thing that PSA does, and I guess this is just as a company, I love the random sets that they do and like how you get pins for completing sets and being one of the top set collectors and stuff like that. I think the brand is on par. The prices definitely can be debated. Um, but I genuinely like the PSA company. It might be some things in there that people have differences about, but I'm cool with it.
No, it really does. It really does add up quick, Dill. I agree. Um, does seem expensive. And it's like 65-day turnaround is actually is it? It was 120 days, wasn't it?
Hmm. Hmm.
So like they increased it by what, $4 and then cut the time in half. Is that what they
Hmm.
did?
Pretty much.
Um, I mean SGC, which no one, not too many people. Oh, wrong website.
Yeah, no, I definitely can see that, especially like you said, like if you have a lot to send in and you plan to send in a lot, that's definitely not the price you're looking for sure.
I mean, this is like 5 to 10 business days, and the declared value is 1,500.
Hmm. Which is solid, very
But so
good.
like for $18, if you send in 50 cards, you can get that back in 10 days.
Hmm.
That's
They do,
insane.
and the thing is that I think a lot the volumes is different as well. The
No,
volume is
no, I
different.
get why
Yeah,
PSA is like because they
yeah,
have a higher
yeah,
volume, so it's harder
yeah,
for them to get it back.
yeah,
But it's like as a collector, it's like which one do you want to do?
yeah.
I mean, for me, PC, it's easy. Like
Hmm.
PC, if I don't plan on selling, it's easy. If I want it graded, send to SGC. If I'm going for pristine, but
See,
like if you plan on selling in the future as a collector, it's
well,
hard not to go to PSA. Like
yeah.
that $5 extra or the 60 extra days.
See, and I think another thing is like, um, I think like company, like even like company wise, like I feel like they it's more to offer. Like so, for instance, like if you really are a true like set collector, PS PSA it gives you the platform for it as well. Like, cause like if you're a set collector, you're gonna want to show your collection. It's not just like flipping through a binder. Like if you're grading them, like Dill said, value wise, $19 is heavy for a set collector. Like if you got to send in like, if you got to send in like half
Yeah,
a set A, B, and C, that's gonna add up real quick. But what they offer with the possibility of being featured and A, B, and C, and the badges. I think it's pretty dope. I don't know if people ever looked at the set registry app, but I really enjoy looking through it. And I think it's about 3 people on there for Fortnite right now. I don't count myself because I don't have enough, but it's like Rob and I think is and Matt as well. And their collections seen on there is pretty dope. On top of that, Fish Stick was featured on one of PSA's recent promotions. That was dope to see. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. I agree with Dill here too. SGC just limits the sellability in the future. I agree with that. I did see someone ask a question on Twitter. Is like, should PSA create like a 10 gold label
Oh, I did see that. It was like a black, wasn't it like a black? It was like a
or like a
black
black
bar. Yeah,
label?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
seen
was
that.
like
Yeah.
a pristine version. Um, if you got interesting, I don't know.
Yeah. No, the most like comment on there was it was like something like, "Oh yeah, sure if you want to create a riot." Like cuz then everybody going to be like trying to resend, but I think it's something they could think about. Or they should think about, I should say. I can see that being a thing.
I mean, I feel like PSA is the giant, and like as much as like SGC, it's kind of hard to imagine them being overthrown.
Yeah. Yeah. Also I did have another let me see. I want to find it real quick. It was something that was brought up in the Facebook group. It was like it was a very wide question, but it got a lot of comments on it. It was like, how can we make this hobby grow? And it's
Oh,
a very wide,
I
yeah,
saw that comment.
yeah.
I saw that comment.
It's
Yeah.
it's a very wide comment. But I seen a lot of interesting comments on there. and it's the directions that people think to make the hobby grow. I think people are really um I don't think it's the avenue, like, they're like, it needs a big streamer. We've talked about these things before. I
Yeah,
always
the one I saw
yeah,
is like someone asked,
yeah,
"Well, does anyone famous collect the cards?" And I
yeah,
was like, "People, this is a new hobby,
mhm,
and we don't want it to be a flash in the pan."
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm not worried. I want to keep like, how do we make it grow? Put
mhm,
out videos, tell people about your collection, give
mhm,
cards to kids at events, like go to
yeah,
the Fortnite events in
yep,
Denmark and
yeah,
hand out cards, right?
yeah,
Um, do we need someone famous like blowing it up that fast right now? No, not necessarily.
mhm,
I think it's gonna grow nice and steady, and that's what we want because I want to collect this stuff for like
yeah,
forever.
yeah,
Like I want to
and
keep collecting. I don't want it to just burn out.
yeah, like, even, like, I don't know if it's any baseball collect by the way, I'm not a baseball collector, but I pay attention to, like, all the sectors of the hobby, and, ironically, PSA has this thing that they do on their YouTube channel, like, they show, like, small collections, and Mike Trout has been consistently showing his collection, but like 10 years ago, like Mike Trout, it wouldn't have, I know he was like slowly collecting them, but it wouldn't been as curated as it is now that the hobby has grown in general. Like,
Hmm.
so he's like, it's Mike Trout we're talking about, and the fact that he's collecting it for his son. Like, so this collection is based off like to show his son. And the reason why I bring that up is like the streamers and things like that, if they come in, if the famous people come in, it will be down the road, and it will be within a hobby that we built. Like, so the hobby is growing based off of us. Like,
Yep.
that's the natural growth of the hobby. Like, that's why I always say I have respect for the card market as well. Like, I'm not negating cards that has value based off the card market, because we're the ones that make it grow. Obviously it's more nuance to it, but I think the dependency or on a celebrity or someone big making it pop, that's just gonna be a bubble. It has to pop. You know what I mean? So it's
I
one
mean,
of those
that's what
things.
MetaZoo
Yeah,
did, and
yeah.
that's what all these other ones are doing.
Like,
Um, and
it's
if that celebrity keeps it up, that might
yeah,
help, but they
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
They'll be interested in it for like
Mhm.
6 months, make it
Yep,
popular, and then they'll be on
yep.
to the next thing.
Yeah.
JT here says, freeze yourself and wake up in 30 years. That's how you make the market grow."
there, there you go. And
Yeah, I mean, it'll be here. The market's gonna do its thing.
yeah.
It's just gonna take time.
And I'll point out one comment that Sharnock said. Uh, it's just a small snippet of it. He was saying that he agreed with somebody. He said, and rather than just flashing a BK shard or a Pilly, it would be awesome if uh quite a few of people collectors actually got into collecting. He said he would love to see that the mindset is always would be nice rather than absolutely need, and kind of falling into the risk of the hobby, like, kind of going out of your means, kind of
Hmm.
building your collection slowly. Like, those are the things that we kind of try to give the option for. Like, that's kind of things that you've seen in the top 50 list. Like, okay, yeah, these are the top cards, but these are also the potential ones that could grow if we're looking at potential down the road. So that is those all of those things is very important, and really having unique collections and kind of having small collections that's curated by you is definitely important, and just having fun with the hobby and just letting it grow naturally.
I mean, that's kind of why I like the pins. Like, I want to buy these
Yeah.
and but like keep them at a low price. Like,
Hmm.
not for like a monetary reason. I just want
Yeah.
to collect them. And I
Yeah.
try to do that with my cards too.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, with some of them, like you rip and they're worth a lot of money and you're willing to
Yeah.
sell them. But like, there's some cards like I'm just trying to buy just to keep.
Yeah.
And like I actually try to only buy skins and cards that I like. Like
Hmm.
when I sell, I want to get to a point where if I'm selling something,
Yeah.
like it's gonna hurt. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Like,
I'm pretty much at that point. Like
yeah.
anything that's worth anything now,
I'm there right now. Yeah.
it's
I'm
like it
yeah.
hurts to sell it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I try to sell it at a discount
Hmm.
just because we have a show and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
so it really hurts to sell these days.
Yeah, like, it's like that's like as the show grows, we naturally got more specific and kind of have to be more creative of how we operate. And even things like, I told you, I don't think I ever said it on stream, like, my ultimate goal for one of my sets in my collection is to be able to tell the story through Fortnite cards. Like, that's like
Hmm.
one of my ultimate goals. Like, and I think like that's going to be a fun one. That's a slow grind. Like, I'm not rushing to do that because a lot of those cards aren't in my PC. So like once I feel like my PC is solidified, that's kind of one of the collections that I definitely want to tackle. That'll be fun.
How do I convince myself it's okay to sell? I want to sell but can't let go. Um, I mean, right now is a horrible time to sell, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like the only time I'm selling is like we wanted to do something for the brand recently, so I sold some
Mhm.
cards
Mhm.
so that I could pay for that.
Yeah.
So that was like the business, the high ground business means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like I am
Yeah.
enjoying this. Like this is
Mhm.
like a separate hobby almost. Like it's a
Yeah.
so like I just
Yeah.
have stuff that I want to do for you guys. I want to do for the brand to build it up. Um, so like I was willing to give something else that I love for something
Mhm.
else, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you find something that you want more, I would sell it.
Yeah.
If you want just the money, just to have money, then I
Yeah.
don't know. I wouldn't sell it, but
Yeah, and it all depends on how you collect as well too. Like specifically like Mile High, like if you've collected an amass of like a card, that might make it easier for you to sell. Like if that's the moment that's coming, like I think that's how a lot of people approach it. Me,
or if
I
you wanna move it into something else, like, if you see something else
yeah,
you wanna collect,
yeah,
like, maybe
yeah,
you notice, like, if it was me, maybe I'm too heavy in that aura section, right? I have
yeah,
way too many auras, I wanna kinda diversify
mhm,
a little bit.
mm.
Maybe you can use that to convince yourself to sell a little bit.
Yeah, because like I always tell Dylan, this is something he hates when I say this, but I always tell him like he can get a Ghoul Trooper. He can get one if he really wanted it. He has the opportunity, like it's there. It's just that the way he collects, it does, and I get it. Like the way he collects, it doesn't. It will kill you. And if it's
Yeah.
gonna kill you to do that, then it's not the move to make.
Like,
But
I
it
really
is,
want
and
a
it's
gold trooper, but, like, what
yeah,
I'd have to do to get it would have to give up stuff and one day I'll
yeah,
get one, right? So
yeah,
I'm not willing to do that. Now,
yeah.
like Dale says, he'll sell to fund grading. I think that's fine. I'm not
Mhm.
selling any of my, like, prized ones to do that, though.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
like and I'm like, like, cause like when I add a card
yeah.
into my collection, it's very like I don't collect like so for instance, like when it comes to like a Lux, like even a hollow, like I don't have like multiple Lux hollows. Like I get one and I kind of want to move on because I want to have like the international set and then I want to move on to different cards. But just the way I collect, I just like to have the one. But when you have multiple, you do have a little bit more versatility when it comes to like, selling. So if you do have that, that might make it easier to sell Mile High. But like if it's never easy. Never easy.
Like, I've done what JT said here. He says to sell to buy other collectibles. I do
Mhm,
that. Like,
mhm.
if I find something I want, like, I'll sell some other collectibles and then go
Yeah,
and buy that.
yeah. Like
I
like
mean, there's
mo
been a
yeah.
lot of deals. I was like, wait,
I
this person's like, I've seen some people buy some stuff in the Facebook group, and then I go on eBay and I see some other stuff. I'm like, really? This is
yeah,
available? You went and bought that?
yeah.
It's like I kind of
That's
want
like
to sell some stuff and then go
yeah.
buy what's available.
Mhm. Yeah, see, and that's interesting, yeah. So, Kari
I like
says
to
he on
chase
yeah,
too.
yeah.
You only keep tens now?
So
Hmm.
I actually like that he brought this up because I thought of this and I actually forgot. So, um, I'm in a placeholder phase. I'm in a very interesting spot where I have my grill and I have my grill in almost every parallel and like I've completed almost my Lux collection, but placeholder if I can upgrade to a Lux PSA 10 over a PSA 9 down the road, A, B, and C. That's like I definitely, but nine is I'm comfortable with nines. Like I like nines and eights, but like Harry said, like that hard chase of tens, that definitely keeps the interest in there for you. I get that for sure.
Like I'm definitely chasing tens, but like if it's a card that like I believe in that I like a lot,
Hmm.
like focus, like I have my nines here. I'm not selling these nines.
Hmm.
I've had people
Hmm.
reach out to me, hey, can I buy some? No,
Yeah. Yeah.
no. Even eights, like there's a Hush on eBay,
Yeah.
and Hush is a PC card for me, and I've been watching it. Like
Yeah.
I kind of want that eight, um, and like just because I want the card, and since it's eight, it's a little bit cheaper.
Can I
But I just like to collect. I don't know.
can I tell you another thing that I do too? Like when it comes to like seven and eights, I'll grab it. I'll grab it to see if I really love the card. To see if I really love the card to even go for a nine. Like so for instance, like I love like Maximilian. Like I love Maximilian a lot. I got it in the seven. I was like, I got it in the seven. I'm like, okay, down the road, if how much I love this card, if I keep looking at it or if I forget about it, I'll keep it at a seven. It is what it is. But if I really enjoy this card, I definitely want to make sure I get it in a nine because that's like kind of my height. Like I don't look for tens too often. It has to fall in my lap like a dead fire. But I'm usually in the nine realm.
No, I'm chasing tens, but like I'm not sticking my nose up at eights or nines.
Yeah.
Like if I see a card that I like, like an
Mhm.
aura,
Yeah.
like I'm watching all the cracked ice auras on eBay, all the
Yeah.
nines.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to buy those nines. I have tens.
Yeah.
I want the nines too. I don't know. I'm weird like that.
No, I think it's about we all collect different, and that's what makes it amazing. Like, it's like the way you like, because the thing is, one thing I think we all have to understand: there's no end game. Like, there's not a last card for me. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like I know the cards that I want. Like, I know all the cards that I want in Series One. Even when I get those, there's an upgrading process. Like, some of those are going to be eights, some of those are going to be sevens. Hopefully, most of them are nines, but there's going to be the upgrading process. So it's just one of those things where you're always going to be in the market, and it's going to be good times to sell, bad times to sell, and great times to trade always.
Now having tens so you can trade up is huge because a lot of the time other people are looking for the 10. Like you'll find
Mhm,
people who are only looking for the tens a lot more often.
mhm,
And like you can use those tens to
mhm.
get what you want.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
like you can get like top dollar or top trade value if you have a 10 because they're
Mhm,
not gonna be able to find it very often.
mhm,
So I respect that.
mhm.
I'm at the point where like I wouldn't want to trade my tens away.
Yeah.
Now, if I was to approach it like that, there are cards,
Mhm.
excuse me, that I don't want that I think are gonna be worth a lot of money
Oh, yeah.
that I could try to get tens, and I probably should do that. Try
Mhm.
to get tens so I have something to trade up for,
Yeah.
but I haven't been doing that.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't. I'm
the
not thinking that far ahead.
yeah, like the Kari brought up the sports card investor video, the historical sports card collector. That was a great video. I watched that video like 3 times
Hmm.
because that's long story short. If you haven't seen the video, this is he has one of the best baseball collections of all time, right? And he goes through how he got all of these cards, and he has a story behind all of them. And that's how I feel. That's how I personally feel about Fortnite cards. Like, my first goal is to be able to show all of my main skins throughout the time of me playing. Like if I immediately start off, like I started off with Bandoiler, then I waited for Still Sight to come out, and then it was Cypher. Like, all of these things, it tells a story of my personal collection, but then it branches out. Like, I love the storyline, so now I have collection that may not be my PC, but it tells the story. Like, so I just love, like, I think once we're all said and done, if we're true collectors, we'll have a whole bunch of different stories to tell about our personal story and about the story of Fortnite.
I'm just worried, right? Like, there's gonna be a skin that gets its own story, its
Hmm.
own show, its
Hmm.
own like Deadpool, right? Like,
Yeah.
it gets its own whole like series and everything, its own fan base, and
Yeah.
we didn't buy that skin, but then we become huge fans of it later,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
don't have it. Like,
Yeah.
that's when I'm jealous of the people that have like the full collection.
Yeah, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
because
Because you
I
get
don't
to
do that.
go
I
to
don't
it.
chase. I don't chase the whole collection. I just chase what I
Yeah,
like and what I play with.
yeah.
Um, so those people are gonna make out. I feel like.
Yeah, like, and like, even think about a card, like, okay, let me think of a card that I don't have in my collection right now that I want, that possibly could have a moment and has had moments, like Chaos Agent, right?
Hmm.
Chaos Agent, let's say he was the first one to get the film, right? Let's say he was the first one out, he blew up. If that happened, they'd be like, all right, the ice is out of the way. Optichrome, hollow, like, as long as I have a representation in my collection, and then you could build. But then that comes into trading. Okay, I value this card now, but I also have all of these. Can I trade up? Can I trade into this card? Can I go PSA 8? Can I, how can you get that card back in your collection if something pops off that you wasn't expecting? That's the fun in it, for sure.
Yeah, I've only done one or two trades, and my trade went really well. I forget who I traded this with. Someone from the Facebook group. Sorry if you're here. I can't remember. I traded my Blue Squire
Hmm.
for my Cuddle Team Leader,
Yeah.
and I had a Blue Squire PSA 9 and traded down for a Cuddle Team Leader PSA
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Just because I like Cuddle Team Leader a
Hmm.
lot, and I like the
Hmm.
marketing behind it, and it's been so hard to find a USA shard.
Yeah.
And that was an 8, and I'm keeping that. Like, I'm not selling
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a weird collector. I just kind of want the card.
No, that's the thing. Like, I think I'm very okay with, especially, like, so for instance, on that Maximilian, you can't even see it aesthetically. The reason why I got a 7 it's an indentation in it, right? It's on the front, but you can't see it, so it looks like it probably would have got a 9 or 10. That indentation, you have to be at an angle, so it aesthetically looks amazing. It's nothing that bothers me on it, like a white corner or anything like that. So it just depends on the car. Some cars look like they were chewed up, and some people may not be able to take that when it comes to like OCD. But the 7s that I have look pretty good.
Now mine's kind of different because I have that hunting rifle USA shard,
Yeah.
and I bought it and it was damaged.
Yeah.
I bought it damaged. I
Yeah.
didn't care. I just wanted one, right?
Yeah.
Put it in the PSA because I wanted it slabbed and it tinned.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I've showed
Yeah.
it here before, haven't
Yeah.
I?
Yeah. I seen it too. It's definitely an indentation in there. It's like a scratch indentation.
And I'm not that worried about it. I guess I would have to like say if I ever sold it, I have to be like, yo, there is a line on the card because you're
Hmm.
selling the card, not the slab. But like I was now it says 10 on there, so it's like I don't
Yeah.
need another one,
Yeah.
which is
Like even
weird.
even I know that I was personally talking to Black Ash, and obviously we won't talk about specifically what in his collection, but he even said like, yeah, my collecting angle has changed when it came to the cars. I think that's happening for a lot of people. Like it seems like every year that goes on, something enters into your collection or something comes out of it, and like the goals that you had, and obviously if you go along on the market as well, it kind of changes there as well. But I think a lot of people is building their collections in different ways now.
Dick says that he bought his moisty damage. Let me see if I can show you guys again. I don't even, oh yeah, I don't even know if you can see it on here.
Yeah, it's hard. It was like that tilt up. If you tilt that right side, I think up a little bit more, it might have. It's hard to see. Yeah, it
Yeah,
might be too
I
hard.
get I guess you can't see it here. It's a perfect
That's what I
10.
think. There you go. It's a perfect 10.
Oh, you can see it so bad here. I had to kind of like show
he
this.
Dale said he cracked a SGC 8.5 to a PSA 10 a few months back.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why people keep saying PSA is better than like SGC. It's like SGC is so strict.
Mhm. I mean,
Um,
I've I mean I
PSA be letting stuff through.
I mean, I've seen it with SGC as well. Like, it was this one bunny brawler. It was a bunny brawler that I was gonna grab. This was like almost a year and a half ago, and he was gonna sell it to me for cheap, and it was because it had like this indentation above her ear. And obviously, I at that time I was moving. Like, I'm trying to get to a Lux at that time, so I
Hmm.
had to pass on it, and he ended up sending it in, and that one got a 10. So it happens on both sides. It happens at an alarming rate at PSA. More attraction, once again, more moving through there, less quality control when that's much is moving through there. So it's all subjective. But yeah.
Kari says, why do you think weapons besides the pump are not more popular in the Fortnite card community?
Mhm.
Um, I think that the pump is undervalued.
So, extremely undervalued.
I think the 6 shooter is probably accurately valued. I don't
Mhm.
think even the attack. I mean, people like the attack a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, I'm biased on the hunting rifle because it's one of my favorites.
Mhm.
But I think besides the pump, I don't think there is a weapon that's going to demand that type of reaction from people.
Yeah.
And I agree with your second comment that there is a lack of gamers. We know this. There's a
Yeah.
lack of gamers in the card community.
Mhm.
There's more non-gamers than there are gamers right now. So the weapons don't mean as much.
Mhm.
But like the pump is like the most wanted gun. It hasn't been out in so long, and
Yeah.
everyone wants the pump. You go to creative, they're playing with the pump. You go
Yeah.
to pubs, it's not in there. So if I had to pick another weapon, for me it's hunting rifle. But like
Mhm.
if it wasn't that, what would you pick besides the pump?
Besides the pump, I mean, nostalgia wise, if I had to go off nostalgia, even though I wasn't a fan of it, unless it was the purple or blue, is the tac shotgun. But also I really do like I mean, I wish it was the bolt action sniper. I- The SMG, it's really nothing, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's the pump and the hunting rifle. If I had to add a third in there, it would probably be you know what? I'll say this. If it went off of a moment, the drum gun being unvaulted was major. That could be
See,
something,
the thing with
but
the
that's
drum gun is like if it was Midas's drum gun, I'd be
yeah,
all for it. I
yeah,
hate the other drum gun.
yeah. But I do like the tack on card though. I do like the
Well,
tack
yeah,
on card.
that pink is fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Um.
cracked ice. What's
Uh,
cool about the weapons is like you see so much of the cracked ice behind it.
yeah.
So that's cool.
Another the clinger,
That's
that's
what
the
I thought you
clinger.
were gonna
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
say.
the clinger. So I forgot the clinger was there. The clinger is definitely one that was a fun time when it first released. But I have something to say about the pump. If y'all, the pump's artwork is the original artwork. That's the original model of the pump. the pump's artwork has changed. Like, so even if the pump comes back, like even obviously it's been back in and out of and everything like that, but if it comes back, it won't look like the one that's on the
Yeah, it
card.
won't
So
exactly.
that
But
it just
it's still a pump,
yeah, but
so
it's the original.
it's the original. It
That
adds
is
to it.
yeah,
It
that
adds
is the
to it.
season 1 to mid-season 4 pump, and that is perfect, man.
I've
So
always
those little
hated the
details I
tack,
like.
so
Yeah.
I'm not team tack. I'm team pump, so like I don't like the
See,
tack.
but you see, the thing is when the blue, like, so obviously a purple tack, but when the blue tack was out there, like starting off with the, because let's be real, like sometimes you was not getting that pump. Starting off with the
Yeah.
blue tack, you did damage, bro. Like, especially if
I
like,
mean, they were way better than what we get now,
oh yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure, yeah.
But I don't know. I wish they bring this back in the game. Med kit over weapons? No,
See, I think where they dropped the ball with I think
no.
where they dropped the ball when it came to meds, they should have probably did the uh the big pot. I think the big pot, because the big pot was the
Or
only
no
thing that
minis. I mean,
but
even big
yeah,
pot. I think minis.
yeah,
People use minis so much in game. Or splash. I would
yeah.
like splash.
The chug splashes, like yeah, because like the
I
big pots
hate
was original,
I
so like
hate
that would have
50
been dope.
pots, and I hate or even the slurp fish. If they would done slurp fish,
Yeah,
been all
yeah,
game. But like I hate med kits and I hate 50 pots. Like if you're playing creative, right?
yeah,
And like you get those things, you
yeah.
can never use
No,
them.
you're never getting a 50 pot off. Like
You're
it's
never
just like
getting it
yeah,
off.
yeah, it's
It's
not
like
happening. If
it's ridiculous.
I guess the way I was looking at it is if it's based off of what was in like the chapter 1, and like okay, the big pots, minis was a part of one of the first major updates. So if you could go mini or the bigs with that, but I love chug splashes, man. That's my favorite. Running with the chugs is
I like to. I mean, the
chug
slurp fish
jug.
are
Oh
my
my
favorite,
god, yeah.
but like the chug splashes are good.
But
Um, what
that
about
shows
slap
you
juice?
slab
I've
juice
been
is
digging
lit.
slap juice.
Slab juice is lit. But even if you think of it, right, the chug jug, it shows you how the the skill
Like
was way down back then. Like pulling off a chug jug, bro. Like do you that was what was it, like 13 seconds?
that has to be something you carry in your loot, and like it's after a battle, right? You
Yeah,
ain't pulling
yeah.
that off mid battle.
Not pulling it off.
There's
Like
no way.
that's the one after you clean up you clean up a squad, you can get that joint off because nobody, but now the way the game is, you're not pulling that joint off. It is not happening.
Ooh, you know what? I haven't thought of this. Alright, I like where you're going with this.
Mhm.
So maybe okay.
I know,
Never
Ricard.
mind.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
yeah. Like that building.
I'll say what I want
Yeah.
to do now. I'm gonna have to do this card. So I'm gonna get my aura,
Mhm.
and then I gotta get a gold pump,
Mhm.
and then I guess I gotta get a hunting rifle,
Mhm.
and then I need 2 freaking heals. All we have are med kits, right? We need
Well,
more weapons come out. I need
I
my full
yeah,
loadout. I
I
want a
thought about
full
this, but
loadout.
they didn't put the scar in there. That's what messed it up for me.
But
Like I'm like,
I'm fine with the AR though. Like if I get an AR, a pump, and a
yeah,
hunting
yeah,
rifle,
yeah.
the only thing is they have no shield. Like how do you finish your loadout?
He said, "Don't say it out loud, Dylan." Yeah, no.
I'm gonna have to
Well,
do that. I want a whole loadout.
put it this way: you got to finish the loadout
Oh,
with
I
the
guess
different.
Klinger and medkit. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do AR, hunting rifle, pump, Klinger, and medkit.
They don't like that's funny.
Don't make me block you, Dill. Wait.
No, that's interesting. I think, but this is the type of collections that's gonna be dope. Like the collections like that that's being pulled off. That's gonna be amazing. I think they really dropped the ball with
He
not
said boogie for the
continuing that
magic
on.
lab. Facts.
Boogie, yeah, there you go. They dropped the ball by not pulling that off though, by not continuing on with the weapons and even the pickaxes. They could have did great with the pickaxes, but it is what it is.
He said you guys are 3 years behind. I was just now thinking
Well,
of this.
yeah, that I think it was nothing like because what I originally wanted to do was it's just you can't find them. I just wanted to have the double pump in USA
I
Crystal
only
chart.
cared about the pump and the honey rifle, which is the issue.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of hard to do a loadout, and loadouts change so much.
Mhm.
But like, I don't know. I guess I could do do I really want a med kit in my loadout?
Well, yeah, if that's all you got, I guess you listen. Some you've been in a situation where you only had to make it. You ain't had no
Uh,
minis, no big pot. It is what it is.
man, at that point, you just go for the kill. I ain't getting that
That's
med
your
kit off.
that joint. Listen, that depends. If you just got a kill in the storm and you run out, you got 2 health left. You pop that make it, you good. So
That's true.
you
That's
know
true.
it's That's a
Those are bad
situation you could.
times, though. I'm not trying
Yeah,
to relive that in my
man,
collection.
man, those is rough.
But I mean, if we got more weapons, I'd be happy with that in
Yeah,
cracked ice version.
yeah.
Pickaxes too. Like if they did the pickaxes like they do the cards,
Mm.
that
Yeah,
would be
like
okay.
the Star one, the Mintiax, I mean, all of those, the shovel, those as pick. I think the pickaxes could have done really well if they would have put them in cracked ice or crystal shower, like in for like series 2 and stuff like that. That would have been ideal, honestly. The
So
Zapatron, that would have been crazy.
a
One
way
on
that
one.
a way that they could print more cards and
Mhm,
not like increase the pop
mhm.
is if they did that. Like if they brought some of the cracked ice were like a whole bunch of stuff, right? So like
Right,
the pickaxes and stuff, because not everybody's gonna want some of those, right?
right, right. That's gonna be
So
very specific, niche.
so like if they just like print out more of that and then less pop of each one for
Yeah,
cracked ice, that'd be kind of cool.
that yeah, yeah, Richard. I can't say that. It's rare that I got a med kit in my loadout now, especially now. Like you got a lot of options, like a lot of options.
Yo,
It's
Richard is the guy that Richard. No offense, you're the guy that I kill in storm, make us med kits, and then live for the rest of the game.
Then
It's always like you're on your way trying to get out of the storm, and you find someone like and you kill them, and then they have med
yeah,
kits. You're
yeah,
like, yes,
yeah.
thank
Not like
God.
because it's almost like what's the chance of them having a med kit and then they have a med kit? You
And then they
say
have a
yeah,
med kit.
yeah. Because like me, I'm trying to max out 2 slots with some chug splashes like as much as I can. Like
Yep.
that's like if you get at least 8 chug splashes, like if you don't max out that 12, you good for anything. You can push
Hmm.
whatever you want. You can go out, especially if you got the right loadout. So yeah, chug splash is the move, but them slaps is different too.
Well, yeah,
So
because you can run when take the slaps
yeah,
as you run, and then like you don't have that like you don't get tired. So I
yeah,
like the slaps. I also like the branding of the slaps.
yeah, yeah. He said we both knocked it. So they hit a little deep.
No, I wasn't talking about
But
your playing style specifically. I was just talking about your loadout. Like the people who have medkits in their loadout is who
yeah,
like I like to target in storm. Um, dang, you
that,
max out on apples,
that's
and you
that
guys are wild.
that's yeah, that's the apples is that's interesting.
You have to stop running to eat the apples, though, don't you? You can't run and eat.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that little light jog, right? You gotta do
Oh
that
no,
little
I mean
stop.
if like
That
if
little
I'm in
stop.
storm,
Yeah,
like splash and like slaps are really easy.
yeah,
Or the
like
med mist. Like the med mist was a great ad. I
yeah.
don't know, the healing weapons, they're just not that the healing items are not that cool. I wouldn't
Okay,
want that many on
I haven't
cards.
played. I haven't played in a week, but that doesn't change anything. What's your favorite augments right now?
Oh, by far bows. I love the bows.
I wasn't expecting that. What
Yeah,
else?
I'm nasty with the bows. I'll
Yeah,
post a clip. I'm supposed to post some more clips. I'm
yeah.
nasty with the bows. I like the bows.
So yeah, give me
That
three.
and
Give me
pistol.
three. Pistol.
So the two pistol ones is what I use. So if
Hmm.
I can, I'll go bow specialist, and then the two pistol augments.
Yeah,
Because the pistol is the best weapon in the game right
the
now.
pistol was amazing. Yeah. So if I'm playing arenas, I'm definitely going with glider redeploy. I'm going off rip glider redeploy if I can. And then also my favorite is the option where you could do the chug splashes and it ends up in ammo boxes.
Yeah,
And
that's nice. That's nice.
love that one. That's one of my favorites. And
Chug
then
cannon.
yeah, that's lit. But one of the things is like it's a lot of great options in there. I thought at first I was gonna like the combat, uh, as the AR joint. I
Hmm.
hate that. I was like, dang, this was an error because the combat does not work at all in this
Not
meta. Like,
close. It works kind of far away, but now that the heavy's in the game,
yeah,
I've
it's
been
it's
using the heavy shotgun and it
yeah,
does so much more damage. Even the
yep,
green versus the blue,
hmm,
and as long as you hit your shots,
yeah,
it works. So I've been killing people with that, but I do like the tactical AR that you can
hmm,
get.
hmm,
That joins lasers.
yeah.
The accuracy is like on point if you hit it right.
Yeah, like it's one of those is it's great. Like the augment ad was amazing. I think it just makes everybody that's in the match unique. And I think that was definitely needed. Something those are one of the things that when people say like they don't know what they need until you give it to them. And that was one of those things. The augments is an amazing ad
I
for
had
sure.
no idea like something like that would work for Fortnite,
Me either. Me either.
and like they don't get enough credit because that rolled out really really well.
It did. It did.
Like, that's such a big change to the game,
Yeah.
and it was, like, seamless.
Mhm.
Like,
Eh,
Fortnite's crazy, like, I mean, at one season, we couldn't even, like, sprint, and now we can sprint. And then one
listen.
season, we couldn't mantle, everyone's mantling.
Yep.
And so, like, now it's like you get all these augments and people just pick it up and, like, work with it.
Yeah. So Richard is funny. He said I peaked in season 9. But
Kari,
yeah,
we did talk about that a little bit. We were talking about we're still trying to figure out if we're gonna be able to go.
yeah,
Um,
this is gonna be interesting.
$10 million prize all the way in Denmark.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
four
gonna
million is in Denmark, 10 million throughout the year,
yeah, 10, yeah,
which is more than last year, right?
yeah. So it's so 4 million in Denmark, and then the other 6 is throughout the year. Yeah.
Hmm.
So the 2 million for the next 3, what would have been FNCS is now what do they call them? What is it called? The round. I can't remember what the rounds are called.
I can't remember either. We had it
Whatever,
up on the
but
screen
yeah,
earlier.
for so the first 3 uh qualifiers or championships, let's call it that until we figure out the exact name. The first 3 championships is 2 million, and then the last one being 4 million is pretty insane. Yeah, I was like, I felt it. I was like, it is something about to happen, bro. I was like, because like the FNC Invitational at the end, and then coming into the new map with Unreal Editor coming out, aka Creative 2.0. I felt that Fortnite was planning strategically. They will strike a chord with me if they properly do the next rollout of the storyline. I think that's the only thing that they have to polish up on. If they do that right, I think they dotted all their I's and crossed all their T's. I really do.
The end of the chapter was the first time I was disappointed with Fortnite.
Yeah, yeah.
Like everyone always complains and complains. Like, I'm always giving them praise, but like that event where they had us waiting for 45 minutes doing chores. I mean, the cutscene was great, but like, why
Yeah,
is there 45 minutes of me doing chores?
yeah,
It made no sense. It's
yeah,
like I know they're doing a lot,
yeah.
and it just seemed like that just felt. And then like the ending scene, how we defeated them, we
Mhm.
got no explanation for the Chrome.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I'm waiting on some comics or something.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think we talked about that before. I think if they are doing it where they're telling more story in the comics, then it has to get to a point where there's either multiple titles or it's a monthly issue. I think
mhm.
that's the only way it can properly be done. That's what I was like. That's what I was kind of frustrated on. I'm like, okay, so it has to be either or and it can't be nothing. Like, it's like if we're gonna depend on the comics, it can't be these 6 issues or these one shots. Like, they have to get into the comic book world and cement themselves into the comic book world, and I think that's what they're getting to. I really do believe that. I think multiple titles would be amazing, and then I'll second that with maybe a monthly issue or both of them. So some one of those things happening at least would be great.
I'd be 100% down for that.
Yeah.
Now, would they do a skin for monthly issues? Probably not.
What you mean? Oh, you mean like with the comparing, like putting it with the game?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
they want to get to a point where like
Right.
they don't have to do that.
Right. Right.
So, are they at that point where if they release monthly issues, people are going to buy it, or do they
Yeah.
still need to do the skins?
I think they still need to do the skins. I won't say that. I think that from what we've seen, you've been on Twitter following this as well. From what we've seen, the Fortnite community wants the story. They want
Yeah,
the story, and I think that they are at the point that it is that time where they can just roll it out and not have to have all the bells and whistles, and just truly hit into the Fortnite comic community or the comic community in general. Um, because I can see where if you're a
I they
yeah,
could just do like a skin for like the like the issue number
right,
one,
right,
or
right.
like the last issue has a skin or
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
That would probably still work, and
Yeah,
like, because I don't want to enter in all the codes.
right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, I
yeah.
didn't even enter in all the codes.
I didn't do it yet either. Yeah.
And so, like, oh, and that reminds me, while we're still here, Richard, you won this book. I need you to message me so I can ship it out to you. If you want it.
That but yeah, that it's yeah, and it's one of those things that I think that they're gearing towards it. Like Dylan said, it's a lot on the play. I mean, obviously, there's different divisions of Fortnite. Like, obviously, there's different wings. We know that without a shadow of a doubt by seeing how Twitter is set up. I just seen somebody that just started working at Fortnite. Uh, Epic Games, Fortnite, whatever you want to say, they had the llama behind their desk. Like they put this big life size llama behind them to congratulate them for being there and stuff like that. So there's definitely different wings. Do they need to beef up the comic side or get some people that's kind of been in the business and can merge both? I definitely think so, but maybe they have that already. I guess, like we said, we just give it time.
That's all we can do. And I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not gonna expect anything story wise from the game anymore.
right. I think that's the best place to be.
Yeah,
And
and I
but
mean, we're
yeah,
living it through each season, but I don't know. I expected too much from the event.
so this is what we were kind of getting at when we were creating the top 50 list. Like, we believe in the storyline heavily,
Hmm.
heavily, but we can only go off of what's already been done, because we would be lying if we said, oh, okay, we don't know exactly how these stories are going to roll out from now on. Like we said about Singularity, I think highly of Singularity. When will we see Singularity story roll out? We have no idea. It's just, so it's like,
We
how
want to
much do you,
speculate. We just don't want to
yeah,
speculate too much. Like we don't want
yeah,
to go
yeah.
past like the realm that we have knowledge for, right?
Yeah, yeah, like, and I think that's one of the things, and I think that that's what makes it beautiful though. Like you said, kind of lowering, not lowering your expectations as if they're gonna drop the ball, but lowering it as in just letting them figure that out is kind of where I stand at this point when it comes to that.
Yeah, and I mean we're getting there.
Yeah,
I mean, once the shows and movies come out, maybe we'll get more information on the
yeah,
lore.
yeah. Um,
I think we have to wait till Creative 2.0 comes out.
mhm,
I feel like
mhm.
Creative 2.0 is taking a big load,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
maybe we can push all this other stuff after that.
yeah. It it feels very like, that it feels like once they get this moment out, then they can get into, like you said, like a different flow. Like, it feels kind of like that original iPhone push. Matter of
Hmm.
fact, I take it back. I'll kind of get the iPad push, because like the iPad was like that next moment. You know what I mean? So when they pushed out the iPad and they found that rhythm of that, and they were able to move on to different things, and like, I think is that's what is equivalent to me. Like, they have to get this, like you said, out flowing, and then that next wave might end up being after that.
I mean, once Fortnite Creative comes out, what I'm gonna be looking for besides the comics is Series 4.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking, I was actually thinking about trying to figure out who runs the licensing for Epic Games
Yeah.
and trying to get that email.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's how I found the skateboards. Is I was trying to look up like license, like
Mhm.
can we find some license agreements? Who's like running the license and like find out who has the license for trading cards.
Yeah.
That was my next step. If you guys find anything, let me know. I'm gonna keep looking.
Yeah.
It's already January. I might
It's
reach out to my source again.
yeah, it's one I think it's gonna be a major. I think a lot of people are nervous that Series 4 isn't coming out. And when and if we get that news, I think that's gonna be another peak. I'm not talking about a peak in sales or anything. I just think another peak in interest, because
Hmm.
Series 3 did so well. You know what I mean? It did so well. It's still heavily available. It's at a great price. People can still rip it. People can still make content off of it without breaking the bank. I think that is I think that once Series 4 is announced, if it is announced, it should be pretty big.
I like AIM. I used to rock AIM back when he came out.
Yeah.
Richard. Um, I don't have any, but the ones I have, I am keeping. I have just some Italy shards.
What was the most ridiculous skin that you wore before you fell into like an actual main skin? What was that you could think of? What was the most ridiculous one
Most ridiculous
that
one?
you see as ridiculous? I should say.
Like, did I ever wear anything
I'm trying
ridiculous?
to think. I know what I did that it's not a skin, but I know what I did that when I look back on it, I just like cringe. So I love pizza, obviously, love tomato
Hmm.
head, but I made I made Tomatoes Head back bling like one of my main back blings. So I was wearing the Pizza Pit back bling with like mad different skins, bro. And not a it's just awful. Like, it
I,
was
I don't
terrible.
think I ever did anything that bad. I wore Calamity. For
Uh-huh.
Calamity, um I wore
Who
Blue Squire
mhm.
for the longest time.
Yeah,
That was like my skin was Blue Squire.
yeah.
And then I guess when season 3 I started wearing was it Voyager? what's the
Dark,
black
dark,
suit?
dark,
Is that
dark Voyager. Yeah,
Dark Voyager, right?
yeah,
Not the female version,
yeah.
the
Dark
male
Voyager.
version.
Yeah,
I didn't even
yeah,
rock Elite Agent back then.
yeah,
Um, and I went with like the whole space theme for a while, but
yeah.
then Calamity came out, so I rocked Calamity for like a long while, and then I rocked probably Aura.
Yeah, because like everybody was wearing the Love Ranger wings. I was wearing them as
Never,
well, and
never wore those.
oh, I love the
I don't
Love
even know.
Ranger wings. Yeah, everybody was wearing the Love Ranger wings, especially if you had the Reaper. They was wearing the Love Ranger wings. Like that was like the first
Hmm.
that was like the first moment where people like, okay, this person might be good type thing. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm about to be different. That was awful. I'm just glad that I stopped that as soon as I did. But yeah, that was probably one that I remember the most.
I never grinded for Omega because I thought I had Carbide, and I said they're the same person.
Yeah,
I said I already got Carbide. Why do I need Omega? So I didn't grind
man.
for them.
That was I so mine's was because I dropped the ball and didn't grind or buy season 3. I was like, all right, when season 4 dropped, I'm grinding this joint. And then Omega was dope. So I was like, I had to get that one. Oh,
Black Ash
Ragnarok.
used, yeah,
Yeah.
I actually rocked and I stopped. I don't know why, but for a little while I rocked the female version Valkyrie with the Ice Dragon glider.
Oh, you wore Valkyrie.
Yeah,
Yeah, you wore Valkyrie. Yeah. Yeah.
but I thought she was tight, and I just haven't worn her
That's
probably since
no,
chapter 1 or 2.
like that was like but I think like, I remember, like, cause like, when the soccer skins came out, that's when it really all changed. Like, when the soccer skins came out, that's when everybody started pivoting to simplicity. Like,
Hmm.
before that, I'm probably forgetting some of the wild stuff that I did. I'm pretty sure I did some crazy combinations. I'm almost positive. I just can't remember 'em. But yeah,
I
it
just
was
really like the space ones, like the space outfit ones back then. Um, yeah, a lot's changed. I feel like I should have got Rex back then, but I didn't have him. I think he
mhm.
was too expensive.
Yeah, Rex had a moment with his back bling. I forgot what streamer used to rock it. But then it was the shark back bling that oh, was that Nahil? Who used to wear the shark back bling? Randy, I can't remember. But yeah, it was a lot of those moments. I remember everybody trying to find their moments of being different, and like it started slowly venturing off to that. Like when it came to like the back blings and all of that, it was a great time seeing everybody like go from like because pretty much everybody was bots. Like yeah, it was just that and you had that separation. If you could do a 90, you was doing something. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like yeah,
100%.
yeah, like so it was a great time, man, for sure.
The bad old days. I like that everyone says the good old days, but like I was such a bot, and now I'm so much better now. To me,
Bro.
once you get good at building and stuff like that, it's more fun.
That yes, yeah.
Like
Oh
I,
my god, Richard. Yo. Okay, I thought okay. Moisty with the oh my god, yeah. That's
Richard
a
said he used to wear moisty with tomato head back bling and the bottom feeder. He said that's over $40 on that combo.
that's a yeah, that's an expensive combo. Yeah, that's
I
a
wonder if there's a way to look
Dakotas,
up your
thank you.
account value, like how much have you spent?
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to, but I wonder if there's a way.
yeah. Wait, wasn't Bizzle with the shark backbling too? I can't remember. Yeah, I guess it was. Okay, I can't that one is slipping my mind. It's been so long.
Hobby said Dakotas.
Yeah, Dakotas was definitely one of them.
Yeah,
Dang man.
I always liked the shark glider, but I didn't buy any of those.
Yeah.
Shaking the tree. I don't play zero build.
Yeah, I don't play Zero
So
Build
what's
either.
shaking the tree? You have to clue me in. Do I have to
Yeah.
play zero build to like stay in like
Stay in a loop. Are
yeah?
we like are we aging out here? Like, yo, what's
We're
going on?
aging out. Like is zero build like the future?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. I think zero. I think there will always be a place for zero build.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the future.
Yeah.
Like I feel like building makes you so free in Fortnite, and like I wouldn't want to not be able to build. I just enjoy it too much.
No, yeah, I can't first of all, I spent way too much time.
Learning.
Yeah, it's no way, bro. Like it was crazy. Like I remember vividly like first starting to play Fortnite and like if my brother tell it, he said the funniest moment I had, like, when you get eliminated, I was
Hmm.
like, and you know how the thing takes you out, you don't even pay attention to it anymore. I was like, yo, I didn't know I died. I thought a drone took me out of the game. Like because of the little thing that takes you out. So like all of those moments leading up to learning how to build and just understanding what building is, it's something that I can never let go, man. Never let go.
He said zero builds is not Fortnite. I'm with you with Fortnite. I'm always builds. I don't play zero builds, but I think
Yeah.
it is Fortnite. It's just not OG Fortnite.
Hmm.
Because like Fortnite, I think Fortnite's gonna get to the point where like it's not just like
Hmm.
I don't even know what they're gonna call it, battle royale, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
like once Creative 2.0 comes out, like it's basically gonna be like how Epic has Epic Launcher.
Yeah.
You won't even need that. You load up Fortnite and you play whatever the frick you want, built by freaking.
Well, another thing
Like,
is I think what people forget about too is zero builds kind of takes the mode of what LTMs was back in the
mhm.
day. Like because like people that didn't want to play, against sweats or tryhards at that time, they would
But
go
there are
play.
tryhards in zero builds,
No, yeah, but what I'm saying
but
is like
yeah.
LTMs was that thing. Fortnite kind of peeled back all the LTMs for Creative 2.0 and because you had things like Food Fight. People spent a lot of time playing Food Fight. Then you had 50 versus 50. That was
Mhm.
amazing. That was a great one at the time. Like it was things like that. But yeah, I thought that I would never enjoy watching a streamer play zero builds. It's only one that I can say, maybe two. Is one that's shipping or ship, and then it's Zimmy. I like watching Zimmy. I think Zimmy is you could just seeing his aim is dope, but I think I'm gonna be builds always for sure.
No, I don't think they need cooldown builds. I
Please
think they need to
no.
keep it how it is.
Yeah,
No, I think that no builds is great.
yeah,
So like
yeah,
they don't need to nerf
yeah,
building. Just go play no builds if you don't want to play builds.
yeah.
Um, I think no builds is great. I think it was great for the game.
Mm-hmm,
Great for the people who left because they didn't want to play like that.
mm-hmm.
Because there's so many games out there where you can't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Like any other shooter game, and that's what
yeah,
no builds is.
yeah,
So like basically they're trying to take back that market
mm-hmm,
and then still keep their own game.
yeah, yeah.
So no,
Like
I really enjoy builds.
nah,
I don't.
don't. I don't think they should get rid of turbo building. I don't think they should cool down. Like you said, it's zero builds and then there's builds now. So just keep them separate. And because like the way builds is like, okay, if I shoot at you and you immediately box up, I still have to go kill you. I have to find a creative way to kill you. And if you're good, you'll be able to edit out that situation. It takes a skill set. So I enjoy that. I enjoy
For
when
me,
yeah,
it's what separates Fortnite from the other games.
it's 100. The
Like you
only
can
that
literally
yeah,
go anywhere you want, do whatever you want when you have builds.
yeah,
You can just be
yeah,
creative, come up with new strategies.
yeah.
It's just fun to me.
Yeah,
So
and I
I
think I
mean,
think it's great. Like Dylan said, I think it's great that zero builds is in there for people that just don't want to play it. But builds is just something like I probably would have stopped playing the game. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. That week that it was no builds, like I played that first day, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just wait the week out because they told us that it was only gonna be a week. I waited the week out and I played once builds came back because it's just I didn't want I didn't want to throw off my build game. I didn't want anything like that. So I just chilled out for a week after the first day and just waited for bills to come back.
name a clean third person game that feels like Fortnite. No, that's what I'm saying. Is that nothing feels
Yeah,
like Fortnite. I'm just saying
right.
like all these other shooting games. Like if I wanted to go and just like be able to run out and just use my aim, I play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I would go and do.
Well, I think that's the good thing about the zero builds. If you don't want to play Call of Duty, you do have Fortnite now.
Yeah.
Even like the uniqueness of like as they're trying to build because they're rolling out first person, they're trying to do the first person and things like that for zero builds. I think that's gonna be amazing. It's just somewhere that I personally wouldn't be. I think it's great for like if you've seen it, like Cypher PK was doing a lot of content with like the NBA players and everything like that. And some of the NBA players play Fortnite consistently. Others haven't played since chapter one. So he was able to immediately play zero builds and they were able to have a good time. And I think that's where zero builds really is great.
Zero build is undefeated. In my opinion, it'd be different if I played on PC with good specs.
Yeah,
Um,
I play on
I just
console.
I
Yeah,
just enjoy builds, you
yeah,
know. Yeah. I mean, I just like builds. That's all.
yeah,
I
no,
think there's room for both.
yeah. Like I mean, even like competitively, like there's nothing that has ever been seen like Fortnite comps. Like Fortnite comps when it has builds in it, it builds like yeah. Well, no, I mean, but that's I
I
mean,
enjoy I enjoyed
Yeah,
this season Warfighter, so
yeah. This season is
I've
solid to
I've
me.
been enjoying it a lot actually. I've actually been enjoying pubs a lot more than I have been. Um, I agree with what you're saying for like what makes Fortnite is that third person. Like,
Yeah.
can you feel as free as you do in third person and first person? Maybe I don't know, but I'm with you. I think it does lose that
Yeah, like,
Fortnite
but
magic.
you see what I'm getting at is that's not even my realm of play. So I don't know if Zero Bill will want that. I don't know what the community like. The community is looking forward to some of that, but that's not our realm. We play, we play builds, so it wouldn't even be an effect to us. And then Dill said, Dill, I don't know. Like I think is definitely it is a thing. Like playing on console compared to PC is definitely gonna be a gap there. But I'll still be cool with it. Like I know it's people that's better than me. They gonna clean me easy. It is what it is. Like I just like that competitive factor. Like I could switch to PC if I wanted to, but I enjoy the way I play like on console, like the setup that I have. So I'm good with console and I just compete to the best of my abilities, honestly.
So I had a guy tell me that I could only beat him because I was on PC,
Hmm.
and so I changed my frames to 60
Yeah.
to like because that's what PlayStation's at. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
60 frames.
yeah,
Just like try to make it a little bit more even.
yeah,
And I hated playing like that. So I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah, like I
it was pretty glitchy.
yeah,
Um, but I still won. It's
yeah,
just like it's not as fun.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
get where you're coming from.
Yeah, like I mean, but like that thing is, I think it's based off of how, like, now could I be able to go from playing PC to playing console? No way. But I haven't played PC. All I know is
No,
console. Yeah,
no,
no, I
when
know.
I switched it, it looked a
Yeah,
lot like PlayStation. Like it was constant 60 frames, and it was I could see. Yeah, I get what you mean. Or maybe I changed it to third. I changed it really low,
mhm,
and I could see how glitchy it was. I was like,
yeah.
I used to play on PlayStation. I didn't remember it being that bad, when I switched it.
See, like, I'm not gonna lie, like this type of stuff, maybe it's just me. It doesn't like this type of stuff doesn't bother me because it's so like I get glitches and I get like bugs and stuff like that. But it's a game. Like it's one game, what I should say. Like, like don't get me wrong. When it happens to me in arenas and I'm losing 40 points, that crap is rough. But it hasn't happened to me too often in this season, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's crazy. I don't mind it that much.
Yeah,
Now, a couple seasons back when there was a SMG and like
yeah,
people just running up with two SMGs, three SMGs,
yeah,
blasting through your builds, the bullets were hitting you as you're building. I
yeah,
couldn't stand that.
yeah.
This I don't mind as much. The
I'm
freaking spaceships can't stand it. This meta, I don't mind that much.
where you get me out, I'll be honest. And this is times that I literally stop playing the season. Where you get me is when it is a mech in the game. If it's an infinity blade, like that's back when like it wasn't like a lot of competitive and those type of things. This was a different Fortnite. This is when like
Spaceships. The
yeah,
spaceships were like
like
that. I couldn't stand it.
like when it's those type of things, it's rough. But the thing is with arenas, like if I don't like something, like for instance, when the Goku meta was there, right? The
Hmm.
Dragon Ball meta was
You
there.
went and played arenas.
I was arenas that I'm good.
That's
Like
what
I'm
I do
in,
too.
yeah, like I'm just in arenas. Like I will play arenas for a whole season. I will literally play against, because once you get to, champions, even if you get to, seven, is rough. But sometimes I'm good. I'll play that. I'll play creative. I'll stay there. But it's just a lot of different pivots that you can do.
I get that. I get that. From a 60 frames per second stream, yeah, watching that, I mean,
What do we mean? Like who is he?
he's just
Are you
saying
trying to
from
stream?
watching, like just watching people for like build.
Who you watching that got that?
I don't know, but I mean, I get I
Yeah,
get
I
the point
mean,
he's
I
saying.
think I mean, I don't know exactly who you are watch that has that. I mean, most of them is, most is PC, even if they like, PC controller. Um,
I don't find watching builds confusing, but that's
Bills is
because I
not,
build
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, Bills is
Well,
not like
I wouldn't say I build like that because like if you
yeah.
ask Black Ash, he's a way better editor and builder than me. But
No,
I'm close.
like so for instance, like for me, like there is like with these cups and stuff, I am nowhere near any of that level. I understand exactly everything. Like if it came to calling out a game, calling out, I can call out exactly was everything that you can ask Randy. I know that thing like the back of my hand. I can't do it. but I know that stuff like the back of my hand. I don't think it's confusing. I think you have to want to watch comps, and that's the way. I think that's one of the thing.
Black Ash said close to who? I said I'm close to that type of building, Black Ash. You go here getting defended. I'll 1v1 you any day you want, Black Ash.
Oh shoot, oh shoot. Like, listen,
Any
I
day you
can.
want to 1v1 me, I'm
Yo,
here.
we can make this a thing. Stop playing, y'all. This is grade A content here. Come on now.
I'm always up. Oh, we want to talk about some. So I played Black Ash and his dual partner the other day. Man, they had us stuck with freaking autos when they had freaking thunders. And
Yeah,
I told him that, right? He goes, "Oh,
yeah.
that sucks." He didn't tell me that you can pick in the lobby. He let me go
Yeah,
10 rounds with a Maven. And I messaged him, I'm like, yo, we only got Mavens. And he
yeah,
let me just die with a Maven. We found out yesterday how to do that. I was like, this man didn't want to tell me.
yeah,
God dang. I was so
yeah,
now we play 2v2s and we pick the Thunder
yeah,
just in case.
yeah.
Well, you
That
had a Thunder every time, Buck Ash. It's over there
that's
on the
funny.
left.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
was so
that's
mad.
funny. Yeah, Bill and
Just just so y'all know, Black
yeah.
Ash will probably destroy me if we do 1v1. But
Yeah.
I'm up for it. I'm always up for it.
There you go. There you go. Augie, I hope I'm saying that right. Would you say that Augie, right?
Yeah, Augie.
Okay, Augie and Dill. Yeah, I do agree with this. I think that Aussie was actually saying this, which is a streamer, if y'all don't know. He was saying that where they're kind of dropping the ball is not being able to see the specific player that you want to watch. So pretty much what we experienced at FNCS Invitational, where we can watch Booga when he gets eliminated. They can't watch that on the stream. I think them getting to that point and obviously getting rid of some of the glitches that can possibly happen in there when you're watching online. I definitely think that's somewhere they need to improve on, but actual gameplay and like actually what's going on, I think is absolutely amazing. Like what
Okay,
happened at the FNC Invitational was great.
what about this? So he said like it's kind of hard. What I hate is like we wanted to watch Booga when we went to FNCS.
Mhm.
Like how cool it would be, like you know how you can watch teams, right? You
Yeah.
can watch it from that team's point of view,
Yeah.
right? Those teams reporters and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
That's what we need.
Yeah,
So
that's what yeah.
like Booga and them, their team should have their own streams where you're watching Booga in them. They
Mhm.
should be managing that. Have
Mhm.
their own reporters for Booga in them
Right.
for their
Right.
fans. It
Right.
shouldn't just be up to Epic Games to do it for all of them. Each of them should have their own network, their own team, their own
But these
people
orcs thought
discussing
it
it.
all out, right? Like,
Yeah, that's what it
come
should
on. Like,
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
That
with
would
that.
be great because I wanted to watch Booga. I didn't want to watch all these other people.
See, and it was I want to switch through because I do want to watch a lot of people. But to your point, I want to be able to go through. Okay, I'm watching Booga here, but let me see what Clicks is up
We
to. Let me
switch to
see
this
what Mara.
channel.
Yeah,
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 right.
like yeah, definitely go around. But here's the thing, Augie. This is the this is where Fortnite had to make a decision because truthfully, if you want me to be fully honest, what happened is people just decided to not like it, and when you
Hmm.
decide to not like it, you have to cater to the ones that do. So people just said that they didn't like builds anymore. People said that they didn't enjoy comps because they didn't understand it. It takes a while to understand it. It takes a while to be into that. Like so they have to focus on the niche that's there. That's why Zero Bill comes out and they might come out to, at let's say the next World Global Cup, Global Championship, I should say, they probably will infiltrate Zero Bill where people find interest in it, but they had to pivot to focusing on the audience that did like it and that did kind of have to deal with them figuring out the kinks that they were dealing with. Like honestly, with all the bad things that go on in the stream with the FNCS, I enjoy it every single time. I just hit that 30-second button, rewind, and go back to it. But I thoroughly enjoy it. And obviously, we've seen that FNC as Invitational. There's a lot of people that's just like that.
I also want to say that I don't think the Fortnite competitive is going to be the entire Fortnite market. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like I think it's be divided. I think Fortnite competitive is getting so there's so many players. I
Yeah,
think it's getting to the point where it's big enough
yeah,
for like the players that do competitive
yeah,
can understand it,
yeah,
and the players that don't won't really care.
yeah. Yeah,
But
I think that is one of those things where like Aussie, like I think if you wanna understand like Fortnite or you wanna follow it, or if you feel that it's confusing and it's glitchy, that may be a thing, but it's really like the honestly, the past two really wasn't like that because the problem was it was before storm sickness and the What's the other storm thing? I can't think. It's slipping my mind.
Surge, storm
Store
surge.
surge, yeah. So stores, storm surge, and storm sickness has allowed it to be less glitchy in the end game, and that's what they're building to it. So it's just one of those things where we kind of forget that Fortnite is still super early. They're figuring out these things that is mass numbers, and they had to adapt to how the game was being played. Like, okay, so now there's 75 people in the, let's say, in the 75 people probably in the seventh to sixth circle at this point. How do we adapt to that? And then, those things. But I think it's just like growing pains, honestly.
Warfighter says the point of watching the pros play is to watch something incredible. The focus and the skill with the building, editing, box fighting accuracy with the
Yeah.
strategy is
Yes.
incredible, and I agree. I
Yeah.
remember not last FNCS, but the one before that
Yeah.
when was it Avery? No, it was somebody clutched up to beat Bugha
Yeah.
for first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Commandment, I think.
Yeah.
Now, that was the first time I was like, "Yo, this is it," because that was crazy. The
Hmm.
man had no health, like 8, 10. I don't know, maybe it was like 20 teams left, and he had to get 5th place to beat Bugha and them, and his partner died, and he was in Storm, picked up
Hmm.
heals, came out with 50 health, killed this dude, killed that dude, and it was just, like, crazy, and he clutched it at the end.
Yeah.
That was so crazy and impressive. That was the first time I was like, "Damn, that was fun to watch."
Yeah, like I think that was the unique thing when it came to like I think one of the thing is like Dylan is an example. Like you go back 3 seasons, 4 seasons ago, Dylan wasn't really watching comps. Like it was just something that wasn't like not
Yeah.
even interested. It was just something that you wouldn't have put forth effort into, going out your way
Having
to
to
watch it. Yeah,
find out
yeah,
where to watch it and all
yeah.
that kinda
Like,
stuff, yeah.
but the game. You play builds. You know a situation where you got 20 health, and it's like you either fight this person with 20 health and make it seem like you don't have 20 health, or they gonna see that you kind of playing passive and they just gonna jump in your box and kill you. So when you see those situations and how they're handled by pros, it just takes it to a whole nother level. So I guess that's where when it comes to the zero build side, zero build is going to get his love. It's just going to look a lot different than comps. Like, is it going to be worth a $10 million prize pool for a year? I doubt it, but it will have something for sure.
I appreciate that, Kari, yeah, Kari says that he likes to see some more collections, see what people are collecting.
Hmm.
We have more interviews planned.
Yes.
We've been some of the scheduling has been a little off for some people. It was the
Yeah.
holidays,
Hmm.
so we do have more interviews planned, and so you will be seeing more people's collections coming up soon.
Yeah, and
Um,
also, we're like obviously like you've seen with the draft, we're thinking of a lot of different things. Like what we want to do at High Ground is pretty extensive. Uh, we're working we're working diligently, like even just with small things like branding and things like that. Is like Dylan said earlier, we're making sure we put our best foot forward. We have a lot of major plans for the brand and the podcast and just the overall everything that FortniteCards.com has to offer.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, if you guys should share,
It
tell
helps a
your other
lot.
friends and collectors about us. If you meet people on eBay, tell them,
Hmm.
hey, check out this show and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
We appreciate any kind of
yeah,
word of mouth you guys can put out there
yeah.
for us.
Highly appreciate it.
Yeah, Kari, let us know when you're ready. I'd love to have you on the stream.
Yeah, yeah, that would be
Um,
fun.
it's nice, and we're gonna keep doing more events because like getting to
Yes,
see you guys on the stream was so
yes,
much fun. So maybe the next event will be like some 1v1 battles
yeah.
where I can
There you
overtake Black Ash.
go. Yeah, yeah, but
One
that
can
that
dream.
man, listen. But even if you want to give like an update on that, Black Ash been pretty doing pretty good when it comes to competitive.
100%.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know, Black Ash, you still in here?
if yeah,
Um,
he's
you can
probably
tell us
playing
like
right
what
now.
place you got. He recently placed pretty high, right?
Yeah, he had one where I think he was in the 20s, which is absolutely like y'all know that's like legit insane. Like being in the I'm not gonna cap being in the thousands of anything where every pro is playing is absolutely insane. Being in the 20s is out of this world. So yeah.
What's up, Westrom? I don't know if you saw our thing. I'm
Wes,
gonna
what's
throw
up?
this
What's
up
up?
for Westrom. I'm interested to see how you do, Westrom. I'm rooting for your aura there.
Wes, you had a lot of fans. You might want to tell them to go vote on the YouTube community tab. It's up there now, on the Taking High Ground community
So you
tab.
go to
So
our
you might, yeah,
YouTube channel, go to the community, and you can have your fans vote
anybody that hasn't voted already, do that as well.
on which collection they like. So
Yeah, this is
I'm interested to see how that does.
Yeah, and Kyrie, what's crazy is Black Ash started playing after me and Dylan. Like Dylan started playing in what was it, season
Season
two?
2.
Season
Yep.
two. I started playing season three. Black Ash started playing, I think season five, I believe, or season four. Like so, it's crazy. It
I
just
will say
shows you.
though, Black Ash puts in the work.
Yeah,
So I hop on and like if people want to play squads, they run and play squads. If people want to do a lobby of creative, I'll do that, and I'll play with people who aren't the best players. I'll just play with
yeah,
people. Black Ash is in arenas. He's doing scrims. If he's
yeah.
not doing that, he's in creative practicing. So I have to give. It's not just like
It's
born
not just this
talent. The man's
random.
worked for it. The
Yeah,
man's worked for it.
yeah.
He's outworked me. He's outworked all of us. So
No,
he's
that's
definitely got it.
I
It's pretty
mean that.
impressive.
And on top of it, like it's little small things like even being able to get to that point, like finding a duo partner, finding a duo partner that has that same grind, that same pace, the chemistry. Like you're trying to earn money with a person you've never met before 9 times out of 10. And that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Black Ice and I played a few games together, but like, the man's like dedicated.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever be like comp dedicated like that.
Yeah. That
It's a
I'm
lot of work, and
Yeah, is and you gotta really understand the game. Like you gotta understand that you just don't drop randomly anywhere. You can, but it's not ideal. Everybody has their drop spots. It's a certain thing that's around each drop spot. It's angle, it's rotations that you have to go through. You have to plan out rotations. It's a lot that goes into it. And
I would
obviously,
say
yeah.
the biggest thing is from someone who's at my skill level who is not at that next level is if you really want to be good, you have to play with people better than you or on your same level.
Hmm.
So like I'll play with people that aren't as good as me a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then I'll go and play against someone like Black Ash, right? And
Yeah.
then they'll be doing the next level moves that I don't have to do when I play the other people, so I don't do them.
Yeah.
So like
Hmm.
for instance, I never put a cone in my box. So if I
Yeah.
play Black Ash, I have to put a cone in the dang box.
Yeah.
I can't do the same stuff. So if you get used to it, so if you want to get good, you want to have to push yourself and change who you play with, and that can be hard sometimes. Is
Like
it worth it?
listen,
It
like
depends on your
even
goals.
like, and I play solo, and I tell this to Black Ash all the time because I talk to him about my situations when it comes to it. Like like tarping and not wasting my mats.
Mm.
That's where it just is like because I can tarp, but like not unnecessarily wasting mats. And tarp is just like if y'all don't know, it's just creating a barrier of protection around you. So you're using all of the angles to kind of protect you as you rotate. I know this is getting nerdy, y'all, but yeah, it's just saying that Black Ash is really good and he put the time in, and it's
Aki's
crazy.
facts. Man, I was
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
creative the other
Augie.
day. I got off. I was like, dang, my hand is hurting.
And my hands is already bad because I broke all my fingers, so it really don't help. Like it doesn't help at
My
all.
hand didn't used to hurt until I got this PS5 scuff
Yeah,
controller. And that thing is so big. My hands are so small. It makes my hands hurt so bad.
yeah,
I
yeah,
miss my
man.
PS4 scuff. I miss it badly.
So that's one of those things. Like, yeah. So we just want to, and obviously, eventually, Black Ash is going to be on here streaming. Dylan streams. So we have a rotation of that as well. It is High Ground is crossing everything.
Never, never. I'm never annoyed. I don't ever blame. If my team loses or if I always say, damn, that's my fault.
Yeah,
Like it's always my fault. I only pay attention to the mistakes I make.
yeah,
Unless you're my brother, I rag on him. But besides him, it's like no, I don't get annoyed how people play.
yeah,
And you're pretty decent, Richard. You're not you. I think you give yourself a hard time.
yeah. You
Um,
got, and it's just about where you at, and just play those games, man. Like that's why I mean, what I should genuinely love about Fortnite is the different ways that you can truly play. Like you usually play duo squads, trios. Man, I love me some solos, but I think it's because I've played team games my whole life. Like basketball, football, I just want to be playing. I just be chilling. I be grinding through that joint, like, and I love it, man. I love all the different ways of playing Fortnite.
Man, you guys got me a certain kind of way now. I want to play Fortnite.
Listen,
All right, well, it's 12 o'clock.
yeah,
We're 8 minutes past our show. So please go like, subscribe, put some comments in there. Tell us
yes.
how much chasing is better than Black Ash.
Please vote, y'all. Please vote. We will
Yes,
highly
go vote
appreciate
for the
that.
Fortnite card draft in the
And
community tab.
and where you're voting at is where we'll do a lot of different updates. We'll do some questions for the podcast and things like that. Make sure you subscribe to fortnitecards.com for any information there. We'll have a lot more coming there as well. We're building it all, y'all. So we'll highly appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one, y'all.